When I first saw her, a black cat crossed my trail. Bad news and high heels made me go off the rails. But one look at her, she's oh so fine. I know I've got to make her mine. She's just my kind, I can't get her off my mind. She's my kind of woman.
War. War never changes. In the year 2077, the struggle for the world's petroleum and uranium deposits reached a tipping point. Earth's superpowers made one last desperate attempt to take what was left from each other, only to ruin any chance of maintaining the status quo. Bombs hit the west coast of the United States first, triggering a cascade of nuclear warheads being launched all across the globe. Few survivors made it to the underground vaults built by Vault-Tec. The rest were left to survive the blasts and the ensuing fallout on their own. Some lived, most died, while others suffered a fate worse than death. It is now 200 years later, and the east coast of the United States has started to be reclaimed by survivors. The Brotherhood of Steel, a somewhat altruistic group of technology-hoarding militants, patrols the regions from the capital wasteland in the ruins of DC to the Commonwealth in the ruins of Boston. Amidst warring factions of raider groups, super mutants, and irradiated humans known as ghouls, the survivors of the wasteland have carved out moderately safe locations to farm and live. One such place is in the ruins of Philadelphia, where 10 years ago the door of Vault 113 opened underneath the Liberty Bell. In the ensuing decade, the inhabitants of Vault 113 have flourished, creating a safe haven for all people known as Liberty City. And we are live with the finale episode of Fallout Liberty City. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Dratsum, thank you for the raid, my friend. We're starting off tonight right. I got super busy this week working on a tabletop game of my own, and I just realized that I forgot to record the narration for the recap. So last week, our group destroyed a bunch of mangled robots in the streets outside of the Play and Learn Kids Corner daycare, and then explored the daycare where they found a secret elevator that led them deep underground to the door of Vault 100, and we will, I think we've done this once before. I think we'll have everyone introduce their characters as you also say kind of like what your character is doing right now. Where we left off, Priscilla had her Pip-Boy plugged into the computer. You were getting some information. You just opened the vault door and it like sunk back in and rolled off to the side, leaving this blackened chasm of an open vault in front of you. So we'll go around the table here. Let them know who you're playing and what your character is doing right now. Lace.
Well, my name is Lace Transformer, and I am playing a character called Randall Quagmire, who is a super mutant. He's an ex-antique dealer in his pre-mutant life, and he drives himself and his good buddies around in a giant Victorian bed that's been turned into a car. And he has currently been trapped in an elevator with Priscilla, and he is standing kind of behind her, but not too far behind her, as he's watched this door opening up.
Amazing. And Zack.
Hello, I am formerly Zack the DM, now Mr. Zack Ramsey. I am playing Senor Ayuda. Hola. I am the Mr. Handy Robot here to serve my surgeon Sam Silver here to look out for any tools which may be useful in our research.
Awesome. You can go ahead. Give us a... Is there like an investigation check or something? Still haven't learned all the skills after 7 episodes.
It'd be a survival check to scavenge for stuff.
There you go. Survival. Hey, speaking of Dion, you're still plugged into the computer. You doing anything? What's Priscilla doing?
Well, I'm Dion, and when Jeff isn't making fun of me for how I eat peanut M&Ms, I'm playing Priscilla,
That's
the vault survivor / ghoul, who is a repair science technology expert who wanders the wasteland in her ghoul-like state, just fixing stuff up for people. You know, she likes to help. She just wants to be useful. And she finds herself in front of this vault door, opening it. And honestly, this is the first vault that Priscilla has been to since the one that she walked out of like 100 years ago or whatever.
Damn.
And she's kind of nervous. Like, this is the vault that apparently has not been explored. It seems to be sealed until just now, or at least like was sealed or is still intact, you know? And she's kind of just, there's this fear in her at the moment of like, what the fuck is
Fair.
behind this door? What the fuck could have happened so far? And why are these robots psychotic? Like, she knows that there's life forms in there with the information we got last session, but like, what are these life forms? Are they still human? Are they something else? And yeah, so she's just like, that's it.
Fair enough. And Sangreti, let them know who you are and what you're currently doing.
I'm playing Sam Silver. I am a somewhat disgraced surgeon on an adventure with some newfound friends here because I would really like a cheesesteak as opposed to the garbage I've been eating for the past 40 some odd years.
Well, you don't like it when the chef of Liberty City decides to take all of the ingredients, including the buns of a cheesesteak, and boiling it into a soup? You don't like that?
Hey, look, Maximus Moobs is a pretty great guy. Great cookie's not.
Fair enough. So yeah, right off the top of the show, I know Dion mentioned it, but yeah, last week they scanned the computer. They found out that there are some turrets guarding the entrance. There are some life forms in there as well. About 24 or so life forms inside the vault. I will just say off the top of the show, for those folks who are here right now, there are a lot of really fucked up things that happen in the Fallout world when it comes to vaults. This one happens to be underneath a kids' daycare center. So if you know anything about Fallout, I don't want to give anything away, but let's just say vaults be doing some crazy experiments. This one may or may not involve kids, and if that is something that might be triggering to anyone in the audience, fair warning that tonight might get kind of dark. That said, yeah, is there you want to do anything else with the computer, or are you guys ready to go on in the vault?
Do you tell us what you found on the computer?
Oh yeah, I shared it with everyone. that there's life forms in there that may or may not be human. That there's definite turrets that are armed and ready behind this vault door. And that's why last session she was like, all of you get back. Get out of the way of the door. I don't need you getting pumped full of lead right off the back. So, she's
Miss-
informed you guys. And she has like the last roster that the vault had, but it's not up to date.
Yeah, it looks like the roster was never updated in the 210 years since this was closed at least closed the first time. Again, you're not sure because like Dion was saying in the beginning, you guys fought some robots that were apparently from here. Whether or not they were guarding the entrance and were just outside the whole time, you're not sure. Maybe this place has been open and closed a few times to let robots in and out. You're not exactly sure. But the original roster has a couple dozen kids' names. Their ages are all pre 10 years old, like 5 to 8. When the kids went in there. There's like a handful of adults, some names matching the kids' names, so you do know like some kids' parents got in. Also there was some probably workers of the preschool or work that were there as well. But yeah, so I'm not hearing you guys want to try and dig into the computer anymore, so I guess we will go over to the actual map here.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I've made an actual map, which you guys can probably see a little bit on the stream because I don't have my my fog of war turned up. Let me see if I can make that darker. Standard fog of war doesn't look like I can. All right, that's fine.
I'll just honor code it and minimize the stream for now. Sorry, Chad, I can't see you.
It's fine. I actually don't have any of the monsters or anything placed on here. One of the reasons I was asking about if you guys wanted to do anything about the computer is you possibly could have prodded for the layout of this place and then that wouldn't have mattered, the whole seeing the map thing. But anyway, as you guys
Wait. If that's the case, earlier last session I got a super good success and I wanted all the info possible from the vault. Wouldn't I get the layout?
Oh, you did get a few more success. You know what? Yeah, let's just say that's a thing, because things may have changed in my preparations between last week and this week when I'm making maps and such. So yeah, I'll be nice and give you guys the layout of the vault. Let me move that. We're gonna keep you guys in the turn order from last week, because the way initiative works in this game is it's just an initiative score that's listed from highest to lowest. If and when new things enter the initiative, I'll just slot them in where they need to be. But instead of having to redo initiative every so often, we will just go with it as it is. But actually, let me go back in here. We'll turn off the fog of war, since everybody since you have the map, so you can see this vault is rather large. I have color coded the vault. As you guys remember, we use areas, use zones and stuff. So each color is not necessary. Red doesn't necessarily mean super dangerous or anything. It's just color coded for zones. So like this purple hallway here that you guys are in, that's like one zone, and with one movement action, you could get to this like slightly orange like antechamber kind of area here. At the end of this purple hallway. However, given that you know the entrance was guarded by turrets, whoever so chooses to poke their head around the corner first does see a turret. You, I guess more accurately here, because it's kind of dark down here. You do hear a turret kind of like moving and scanning around at the far end of the hallway. So we're gonna zoom
For some
in.
reason, it doesn't let me roll initiative.
You have to have your character selected in order to roll initiative, but you are already on the turn order from last week. I never cleared it.
Perfect.
Looks clear to me.
Yeah, it's clear on my end as well. The only person I see on there is Dion.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. No, it's me, Sam, and Senora Yuta.
Okay, so yeah, I guess I need to roll for initiative after
Yeah,
all.
click your icon on the map first, so it's like selected, and then roll initiative on your character sheet, and it'll pop it into the turn order.
I forgot that the different maps, they don't save it for players.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second here. And I'm gonna drag some characters onto the map. These are obviously not where they would be, but for initiative purposes. Put that button. Alright, sorry folks. Alright, we got all that fixed up. Why do they not go on the turn order?
You hit defense, not initiative.
Oh, god damn it. It was to the left of the word initiative. I'm dumb. Alright. My bad, y'all. Alright, so you guys don't have to play in turn order until like you're actually like in a combat situation. But I just want to like let you guys know that you won't
Mr. Silver.
Hey there, bud.
If we attach some of these robot parts, could I not walk right up to the turrets and dismantle them? We could use these cadavers here.
Oh, well, that might work. But you know, maybe they're not designed to shoot at robots and whatnot. Maybe they're already not inclined to shoot at you.
Quite wise, yes. Perhaps they seek out a heartbeat or heat signature. And while my radioactive chamber runs quite cold within my core, I should give off no such indication. All right. Well then, I shall dismantle them. Give me about a moment. I'm gonna walk out towards the turrets. Or not walk, hover.
I'm going to lean over to Priscilla real quick, get real close. Hey, you can fix them there if this don't work, right here?
Oh yeah, definitely. Mr. Handy's is super easy to work on. back in the day, I used to fix all the Mr. Handies until they fell apart and I couldn't put them back together again. It was like Humpty Dumpty. It was terrible.
Yeah, it works for me, dear.
Right. Ayuda, go ahead. Just
I have a sneak skill.
I was gonna say, let's just, to be completely on top of things here. Go ahead and give me a sneak check. All right, amazing. You you come out around the corner. The turrets, you can hear like their little gas powered engines kind of like sound like a lawnmower. You can hear like them kind of scanning bzz, bzz, back and forth. They don't seem to do anything as you float out and around the corner.
Of course not. My surgeon said they wouldn't, and I will continue forward.
All right. You in fact make it down to the end of the hallway into this little antechamber here. You can see in this room there are these big vents along the eastern wall. You think that these big vents are likely like decontamination like things. You probably like fill this little antechamber with some kind of disinfecting like gas or fog or something like that to clean anybody coming in from the outside. That said, you don't see any control panels or anything in this particular room, and the door on the western wall down here is open.
Is the turret like fixed into the ground, or could I
it is it's a ceiling turret up here in this corner. Up here.
Can I grab the barrel, not with my pincer arm, because you can only grab 5 pounds. I want to put my weight on it and pull it down.
Ooh.
So that it's aiming at the ground. So even if it senses people, it won't be able to pull up enough to shoot them.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an athletics check. See if you can maneuver your body around that way. Oh, so close. You got a 6, but you needed a 4. It's not so much about like whether or not this is actually possible to. It's like it's more about the space that you have. This thing's pretty up there close to the ceiling, and with your big bulbous head, you just don't have enough space to squeeze your way in. You could try something else. Like you could just try to block stand in front of it, maybe.
It leaves one only other decision, Falsham. I am going to need to use some dice from chat to get a third dice. But I'm going to use my big flamer.
Oh.
We did get an action point earlier.
I don't know if you
did.
And ice. Yep, I put it on there. You had 2 starting this show. Yeah, I have 3.
Oh, okay.
It costs 2 to get an extra dice, correct?
1 for first.
Oh, Fishy wants you guys to have to fight a super mutant with a pipe pistol.
Oh, once.
We will. You know what? Typically, that is for a future episode. This is the finale. Let's put some pressure on you guys. There was, remember that super mutant that escaped from your clutches a couple episodes ago? Turns out that guy followed you, and you can hear him like screaming as he's coming up from behind. So,
Not this asshole.
I'm gonna put super mutant out here. So
He
that
needs to mind his own goddamn business. Creeping up behind us.
Hey, wait a minute. Isn't there an elevator directly behind us?
Yeah. Well, not directly behind you. You guys like walk down like a creepy hallway first. And then you got into like a cave area in which the big vault door was in. So you're actually probably like a good 100 yards away from well, the vault door is probably a good 100 yards away from where the elevator was underneath Kid's Corner. So he's not on the map yet, but you can hear him screaming probably in that cavernous room where the giant vault door is. But yeah, he's a coming up behind yous.
Well, I think
So in that case, we are going to actually enter full-on initiative here. Yuta, you said you were giving us a big guns test. So there you go. You have 1 success. Let me check the book here as to what a turret is. All right, you hit. You hit the turret. Defense of 1. Go ahead and roll that flamer damage for us. And as Ayuda is doing that,
How do I? Oh, actually, I got it.
we're gonna head over to Priscilla.
15.
Huh? What? Huh? Sorry, I zoned out a little bit. What's going on?
I believe with a 5, a 6, and a 4, that is 2 effects and 1 double bullet hole. I think that's how that works. If I'm remembering normal D6s to the Fallout combat dice conversion correctly.
Sure.
Or is it... Or is 4 a miss? And... No, wait. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to call it that, but using the combat dice in the future would be a lot more helpful, because it's not a straight numerical thing. But in that case, what is your flamer... What's the effect for the flamer? Do you know? Does it have, like, penetrating or blast or anything like that?
Is it like burn or something like that?
It might be. But yeah, Priscilla, what are you doing while we calculate this damage here?
Priscilla's gonna hear the super mutant coming up from behind us and is gonna kind of elbow Randall a little bit and be like, hey, help me take care of this motherfucker that's coming up behind us. That we'll have Sam and Ayuda keep going forward.
okay. You want to hide? Want me to hide and be bait, nice lady?
Well, I'm gonna hide and I'm gonna sick the dog on him, and you get in there and protect the doggy, okay?
Good boy.
Yes, exactly. You're my good boy. No, not you, you fat lard dog meat. This one. Well, you're a good boy too, I guess. Okay. Anyways, get him, dog meat. So, my little fat pug is gonna be like, go running off towards the elevator to go attack the super mutant when he appears.
Persistent spread. Okay, so yeah, it does say persistent, so I think it does add a burn. All right, cool. So you're gonna send dog meat out.
Yeah, also you might want to reorder the turn order. It's all out of whack.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's all out of order. Because Randall and I would be going around the same time. That's why I did that in my action.
Gotcha.
Just because I knew Randall either went before or after me. It's the same number, but,
Yeah.
you know.
All right. So yeah, you said you're gonna have dog meat go out there. We're gonna say that yeah, dog meat can get right up. Stop moving! Oh my god, Dion, I swear to God. So dog meat can go up there. You said you want him to make some attacks on super mutant.
Is he visible yet, or did he not appear yet?
You guys like aren't that far inside the vault door.
Okay, so he's just
So
like...
yeah, it's like a big cavernous room. There's like some like old style like big computer like equipment and stuff. But like you like from up on the balcony, like the little metal catwalk area, right? That's like right in front of the outside of the vault door. You can definitely see this super mutant, who's got like a fucking makeshift pistol in his hand.
All right.
You can't quite hear what he's saying, but he seems to be screaming something about revenge.
Cool. So I'm using all of our AP with dog meat's attack. I'm gonna do 4 dice total to eat those 3. And I get 3 hits.
All right, so I know Ayuda used 1, and you're using 2. Okay, I'm gonna take some. I forgot to take my action points for the round here. I take physical ones.
Alright, so what did I need to hit him? 2?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so then I'm gonna add... I can add to the damage dice if I get an extra one, right?
Well, if you so the way it works with dog meat, yes. Yes. Melee attacks, you can increase your damage with extra action points.
Okay. Oh, that didn't roll. Okay, so for the second click I'm gonna do, just take the first result because it didn't give me a choice to add. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and a face, which counts as double. So 1, 2,
Yeah,
3,
'cause he is
4,
vicious.
5, 6. Yep, 6 physical damage.
All right, so 6 physical. You can actually add another combat die. I was wrong. This guy only has a 1 defense.
Oh, okay, then I hit him with 7.
Okay, so 7. And let me just make sure, because I thought he had... Alright, and then... do you guys have access to the roller? For the... I can roll. I always forget to do this. I made this frickin' thing here. So yeah, dog meat's like chomping on his left leg here. So he takes a big chunk out of this guy's leg. He does have some physical damage resistance, but it doesn't look like this super mutant has healed much since your last foray with him. So he does soak some of that, but he does take 4 damage from that. Randall, what are you doing?
Randall definitely turned around when Priscilla drew his attention to the super mutant, and he listened. He went ahead to follow after Dogmeat to make sure that in his 2 brain cell brain that this dog was fine. He does like the dog though, really. So he's kind of headed toward the super mutant and Dogmeat. And he would like to also attack the super mutant, like just double team on him with Dogmeat.
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, you definitely can get out here into the void of this cavern to fight this super mutant. Go ahead and give us an attack roll.
All right. So he's going to get his baseball bat and let's see.
So we need an attack roll. That's
Yeah, you click the face.
just damage.
Oh, I sure did.
Do you want to like?
Actually,
You only need one. You only need 1 success, but I do have the option to give me action points if you wish to buy more, unless the chat wants to buy more action dice for the players.
does the chat want to do that?
I don't know, but I'm collecting.
I don't know how
gold
long
coins.
No. Wait, it's not the face on melee?
The face is to roll damage. You have to roll like there's like a little D20 icon that you should be to the left of your weapon down at the bottom of the page.
It's
the
like
face
a
normally is an
super
effect, but
tiny-
your
Got it.
baseball bat doesn't
Yeah.
have an effect, so it's just damage in your case.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, I got it. And let me see, because I would like some more dice. Let's see how we're doing.
Well, it doesn't look like anybody in chat is buying dice tonight.
Wow, why is everyone cheap? All right, I'll just roll my 2 dice.
You can always give me more action points. Just saying.
I am not giving you any action points, sir.
Hey, we got one from Molly.
Molly,
got one from
thank
Molly.
you. I will take it. Thank you so
You're gonna
much.
immediately use it. All right. It was there for a moment. You all saw it.
Look,
All right, so you can roll 3 dice. Here.
I know. Listen. I didn't
3d20s.
beg for it to not use it.
Hey, and see, now you got 3 successes. You only need to hit them once, so you can either bank those extra 2 for someone else to use, or you can put them into extra damage dice here to roll.
Can I bank 1 and use 1?
Yeah, you can do that.
That's what I would like to do. I would like to bank 1 and use 1.
Alrighty.
That's
good.
And
to
then
me.
click it one more time, Lace. The face and the first one will just be the 8th. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits.
Well, there's 2 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, 7 damage. What's the baseball bat? Doesn't it have?
Nothing. I
It
don't
doesn't?
think. No, I think we've thought that every time, but it always
No,
turned out
it
to be
doesn't.
nothing.
It doesn't have anything extra. He has stupid weapons. His weapon is really his car.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you can mod a baseball bat. But I don't think he ever modded a baseball.
No, he never modded his baseball bat.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, that's gonna do another 4 damage to this guy. He looks pretty fucked up. he was he was screaming, "How dare you! How dare you kill Jerry and Larry and Terry and Mary and Barry like that?
Is your name Harry by chance?
How'd you know my name?"
Well, I just wanted to know what I'm putting on your damn tombstone.
He's like, There's gonna become a reckoning, and I reckon it's gonna come now.
Blah, 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 blah. All I'm hearing is bitching and moaning. No action.
He, super mutants are no strangers to cruelty. He shakes off dog meat. And I got so many action points, you guys. So many action points.
Is that before or after you realize you start with 0 at the beginning of every session?
I start with 1 for every player.
Oh, is that
that's
right?
Here,
I was hoping
and
to confuse you because you don't have a DMG.
and you rolled 2 extra dice on your turn after Zack already used 1, and I didn't have a chance to clear off the action point total. So
That's your fault.
you actually bought 1 from me because you never confirmed. So I actually have a 5 action points that I can do stuff with.
Do it. Do it. You won't. You roll like garbage. Do it.
I'm gonna
Do it.
Do it.
Scylla,
Good.
I accept
I'm
your
glad.
sacrifice. Thank you.
I want you to do it. Do it, Jeff.
Gonna.
Do it.
He's gonna
Chicken?
roll, and I'm
Chicken?
gonna spend
Chicken?
an action point. I'm gonna roll 3 dice to shoot dog meat in the stupid little pug face of his. And I got a complication. God damn it. Fuck! I hate you all.
I knew it. He can't roll for shit.
It's not that I roll low. I swear to God. It's not that I roll low, people. It's the dice fucking hate me. This system, you want to roll low. And I just rolled a 17, a 15, and a 20. All really good rolls if we were playing D&D, but no.
Hey, Jeff. At least to be in your favor, it was a pipe rifle made by a super mutant. So as far as we know, it was like an 8-inch water main, and he's trying to fire 308 through it.
It's a Nerf gun.
I think that he's like, I'm gonna make you feel the pain that I felt when you killed Barry and Larry and Terry and Jerry. And then he just like shakes dog meat off of his fucking leg and he points to the fucking pipe gun at it. When he pulls the trigger, it just explodes in his hand, and just like his fucking hand is just like fucking ground beef. There's like little fingers like dangling off. It's like that fucking. Have you seen that one Elijah Wood movie? Where like he and this lady like try and like hunt down the people that robbed this like lady's house. I cannot remember the female actress's name, but I think she was on 2.5 Men. Anyway, at one point,
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, yeah.
Yeah. There was one point in this movie where someone gets their hand shot with a shotgun, and it's literally just like beef chuck with like little fingers just dangling off the fucking hand. It looks like that. It looks like that. He takes I'm gonna say he takes 1 damage here, and he like falls to the ground just like clutching his fucking wrist because his hand's like all just like blown to fucking pieces.
I like beef chuck with little fingers dangling. That really just sings to me.
Right. Sam, that's gonna come to you, buddy. I would say currently like you're standing next to Priscilla, so you can see the stuff that's happening.
I being a coward by nature and really wanting that sandwich, I'm going to go down the hallway to help Senor Ayuda.
All right. So, that
I think they got it handled here with what I've just seen. The super mutant is not well equipped for life, so I can move on to the next thing.
All right. Are you gonna sprint or for it, or are you gonna try and like sneak past the turret, or are you just gonna like walk normally? How are you doing this?
I guess I'll try to be as sneaky as possible because I have not been informed that the turret itself is down, just that it's been damaged.
Right. All right. So give us a stealth roll.
1 success. Oh no, 2 successes.
Awesome. Yeah, you easily sneak past this thing. I'll stick you over here. You can be anywhere in the orange area, but yeah, you sneak past the turret. It's some of its systems seem to be still functioning, but some of it, like, you don't know if it's like the sensor or if it's like too busy trying to like turn and get an angle on Ayuda or like what, but it doesn't fire at you. There's like some clicking noises, but you can clearly see like some melted parts and wires and stuff from the flamer's damage. So you just took a minor action to sneak down the hallway. If there's like anything else you want to do on your turn here, you can like attack it or whatever.
In the room, is there any sort of disable for the turret or like a power line to it I can cut?
A power line? Yeah, go ahead. Make a survival check to see if you can find like a power cable or something like that.
1 success.
Yeah, you find a kind of like a corrugated metallic hose that you could try and cut if you have, like a knife or something to, cut with.
I don't, but I am. I'm gonna kind of motion over to or shout at Senor Udame. Hey there, bud. Go ahead and give this a slice there.
Awesome. All right.
Right away, Mr. Silver.
All right. Yeah, I feel like having done like multiple checks, I think that probably wraps up your turn.
Yeah, definitely.
You can hear Ayuda and Sam. You hear the quiet thruster sounds of other handy bots somewhere off in the distance, coming from this door over here. You're not sure where beyond because it's pretty dark, but you definitely hear some sounds of other bots getting closer to where you are. That's going to bring us back to the top of the round, though. To Senor Ayuda, you have just been given the order to try and cut the cable, the power cable to this turret.
Well, at once I will take care of that with my saw blade hand.
Okay. I'm going to say this is before you roll, I'm going to say this is difficulty 2 because you are like targeting specifically a very small and like armored cable. It's a corrugated metal, like, those metal like banded wire casings. So it'll be difficulty 2 to cut through it. But if you succeed, it has like 1 HP, without like any damage resistances. So if you hit, you'll cut it and the turret will go down. It's just hard to get through. So 0 successes. It is very strong. Your scissor-like clamps are straining against the armored cable here. I don't know. Can you? I'm trying to think if you guys can like buy extra attacks or not in this game. I don't think you can. So we're gonna go all the way back to Randall, Priscilla, and Dogmeat.
Dogmeat's still in attack mode, so I'm just gonna have him go first and finish him off.
All right.
If that's cool.
Darn right, this man won't shut up.
Do we have that 1 AP that I'm looking at there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm using it.
Yeah, that one's there.
You're welcome.
Yes, 1 hit.
Oh god. 1 hit.
And 2 damage. Well, 3 damage, because vicious.
3 damage. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna roll that targeting. Left leg again. I would like to say that you kill this thing. However, you said 3 damage
Yep.
on this thing. There is 3 damage soak from the leg armor this guy wears.
Okay.
Yep. Physical damage reduction. He's got legs 3.
Can you roll that targeting thing one more time? I want to see if it is like stuck on saying left leg. Because I don't understand. Okay,
Left arm,
all right.
right
It's
arm,
just
right
random.
leg,
Okay.
body shot.
It just looked weird with the writing, and I'm like, what's the macro in this situation? Okay.
I made a custom rollable table.
Okay.
Because they did not program that into anything in the cool looking character sheets in the game, so I had to make the rollable table, which is one of the reasons why I constantly forget to use it, because it was something that I had to custom make, and I never remember the things that I do. I'm bad at remembering things with my brain.
So he's alive?
He is still alive. Dogmeat tries to like bite his leg again, but he just like sinks into like a fucking leather hockey pad on his shin.
All right. Let's yeah, I'd say that's it for my turn. Priscilla's just staying around the corner
Alright.
here, safe.
All right, that's gonna Randall. You're also up on this initiative.
I sure am. So Randall is going to see Dogmeat's attack not take this guy out and just continue to try and wail on him wherever he
Alright.
seems to appear that there's not armor. Maybe his neck. I don't know. I don't know what this guy looks like.
All right. So I can tell you that this guy's arms and torso seem to be the least armored places. He's wearing a big football helmet on his head. He's wearing a helmet. His head looks probably the most protected, and his legs and then his torso and arms are the least.
Okay, I think Randall will try to go for his torso in general, hoping for a soft organ.
Yeah, you said neck, so like clavicle, kind of Adam's apple, upper chest
Yeah,
area.
exactly. Real softies.
So you're calling a shot that's going to raise his defense to a 2. So you need 2 successes, but you'll actually hit where you're aiming instead of doing random location on this guy.
Okay, sounds good.
That is a 2. God dang, you hit him perfectly in the throat area. You need to get at least 3 damage to actually hit him with like damage. He has 2 damage reduction on his torso.
All right, I'm gonna blow on my imaginary dice.
Oh, hell yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How you want to do this?
Randall wants to give it straight to the Adam's apple. My guess is it's poking out and it'll hurt like a motherfucker. So he's just gonna take one hot swing and try to crush the whole neck in the softest spot possible.
I like the thought that you hit the Adam's apple and the Adam's apple just goes out through the back of his neck.
Oh, gross.
Yes, it'll be amazing.
Fucking hyoid bone just like blasting out through the back of his neck. Yeah, he's already like grabbing his hand. He's like, ah, Handy Harry's no longer here. As you crack him right in the throat. He's just like blood is fucking coming out of his mouth. He's like gurgling. He's like kind of writhing around on the ground, and ever so slowly he kind of slows down. The gurgles start to slow down, and it starts to sputter like until he's just motionless on the ground.
But as he's sputtering, Randall's just gonna say, "Shut up!"
I love Randall.
Oh my god. All right. Some freaking random monsters coming in. Thank you, Fishy, for the crazy super mutant attack from behind. With that taken care of, there is still a turret to take care of, and there's also some robots potentially hanging out deeper into this area, into the vault here. So we're gonna go over to Sam. We'll finish out this like round, and then we'll see kind of like what happens. We may or may not continue turn based, depending on what happens.
I guess I'm going to use my pistol to shoot the cord.
All right. So yeah, like I said, it's a 2 for its defense, and if you hit it, then it'll there you go. Sam just like dead eyes this fucking cable. He sees Ayuda like he's like my clamps, I can't clamp it. And Sam's just like and fucking gets it immediately, just severs the fucking cable with a bullet. You see the turrets just like and just
I like to think it was very Three Stooges like, where Senor Ayuda kept trying to clamp the hose and it would push it further away from him, and just by sheer fucking coincidence I managed to shoot the spot he pushed it into.
Amazing. Hell yeah. Alright. So you guys are there. The hallway is clear. Do the three of you that are out there with the super mutant, do you want to do anything out there with the body before reconvening with your group, or no?
I'll take that pistol.
Sure.
Oh no, it broke, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It
Okay.
exploded in his hand.
I'm gonna take.
You
this
could get like some
football
scrap
helmet.
metal out of it though. You wanted some
Taking the
scrap metal?
I'm taking the football helmet.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
I'm putting it on Randall.
All right. Cool. Randall.
With this helmet, I knight you, Sir Randall of the Wastelands.
Thanks, Priscilla. And he kind of like blushes slightly darker green.
Hell yeah. So this football helmet provides 4 damage reduction to your head specifically.
Can Randall take any of his armor, like his leg armor? Just pillage that shit?
Yeah, you can probably take his armor, sure.
It would fit me, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna
Um,
take whatever the leg armor is and whatever.
So
That's
yeah, you
actually
want to
genius because it's super hard to get armor for super
yeah.
mutants because they're so big.
So you like it's like a bunch of like piecemeal stuff, you know, like he's got like folded over like chest hockey like pads just strapped to like his one of his legs. Another one is like a couple of stop signs like battered and bent in, you know, into like some armor. Like he's got like suspenders and made out of like car bumpers that are holding up like an actual like barbecue that is like his chest, like bulletproof vest kind of style, like you know, like one of those like round grills that you can have like in your backyard, you know. It's like one
Like
of
in a
those.
whipper.
Yeah, it's like one of those like black kind of orb like grills, right? Just like but beaten into the shape of like a chest armor. And he's got like, you know, various things like that. He's got like some rebar like kind of like reinforced leather bracers for his arms and stuff like that. Just a bunch of like random cobbled together bullshit as armor, but you'll increase, so 4 for your head, 3 for your legs, 2 for your torso and arms for
Perfect.
physical damage resistance. You also get 3 and 2 damage resistance on your legs and arms respectively for energy, so if anybody shoots you with like lasers. Yeah.
That's awesome. Randall is a collector to begin with, so collecting a bunch of that kind of junk seems natural. It's gonna feel good and proud clunking around in it.
You know, also that beaten out barbecue top is like shaped with a 6-pack in it. So you look like really good at it too.
You
Randall looks sexy.
You also notice, fairly undamaged, the cod piece is actually a muffin tin, but it's the monkeys. It's the monkeys made a muffin tin in the shape of their face.
How dare you trigger me this way?
Trigger warning, monkeys.
I'm dead serious. I'm a serious Monkeys fan. All I
It
can see is
says, just like the song. You remember the song in Randall's head echoes in his mind. Hey, hey, we're the monkeys, and people say we muffin around.
I could
You
just
know?
see, and it's blueberries. There, Mike Nedsmith's muffin eyes are just blueberries. So deranged.
But yeah, it was his it was fucking his cod piece. It was a muffin tin, a monkey's branded muffin tin.
I hate you so much.
I was waiting for you to
love
say
it.
it had a George Harrison cake topper on it.
He's just trolling at this point. It's like it's the Monkeys. It's not even the Beatles.
You know, it's not even the
See,
Beatles, it's
Wait,
the
there's a
monkeys.
difference?
Oh yeah. So I see this whole thing, and in
dare
my
you.
brain, all I can see is Peter Tork on the side of the shirt somewhere, just super awkward looking.
Yes, yeah, it's super awkward.
He's there, but he just, no matter what he does, he always looks like he doesn't belong.
Oh, he's the dumb one.
All right. As you guys reconvene with the rest of your group, I think that is where we'll take our first break for tonight. We have some more ground to cover before the end of this thing. Wasn't quite expecting to have to deal with a super mutant attack right up front. So we'll try and keep this this train a moving when we come back. But yeah, we'll be right back in just a few minutes. There we go. We are back. We are still waiting on Zack, so hopefully everything's okay. Bathroom break maybe taking a little longer than normal. Who knows? I have currently covered up his camera, so just in case he doesn't come back, who knows? But we're going to continue. Think he fell in? Maybe. I don't know. I honestly have no idea. But yeah, we're gonna jump back into the game here. You guys have murdered a super mutant and gotten rid of a security turret. There is an open door in front of you, right here in the middle of this wall. What are you guys gonna do? You can hear, from further into the vault, you can hear the slight whirring noises and jet propulsion sounds of other handy-style robots, whether they're Miss Nannies or Mr. Handies or Mr. Gutsies, who knows?
Well, you know
Is
what?
that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, you can go first. Go ahead. What were you saying?
This blue room over here, is that the security office? We should probably head for there and get some kind of credentials or something, so that they don't
Yeah.
try to kill us.
This map doesn't really show it all that well, given that there's like a 5-foot gap. But I'm gonna say that this right here is like an observatory window into this hallway, and that this is definitely the security room. There's a computer and stuff in there somewhere. You can't really see it. The door is in this corner.
Okay.
Right there.
So, well, I think I can get in there. I mean, before they were kind of ignoring me and Randall. They just were attacking humans. They only seem to want you. So maybe Randall and I'll sneak in here, and Randall can protect me, and I'll see if I can get into the security room and hack some shit up.
Oh, that there seems a good idea there.
Yeah, here, you just do some suppressing fire if they come at us through this doorway here, and then you and a Udemy can, like, fight them off if things get dirty.
Oh, hey, before you go, here, if things get real nasty, and I'm going to hand you a Molotov cocktail.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
What do I need to use? What role
Throwing
is
weapons.
that? No.
So that's it's very dangerous for you to use.
Yeah.
Um,
No, I don't
but if
want
shit
it.
hits the fan and they're on one side of a door and you're on the other, lob that shit in and run.
I'm not very good at the throwing thing. I might lose an arm. It might just fall off. Here, you hold on to that. If I were to say that my speed of throwing things was at a numerical stat between 1 and 10, I'd put it at about a 4. So I wouldn't say I'm the best person to give this to. I might just light myself on fire. So
Yeah,
Toasty.
there, but mine's just about the same there. At the 4 on the scale of 10.
Don't worry about it though. I got a Hulk. I point to Randall. We got a Hulk.
Randall slightly flexes. You're
There you
talking
go.
about athletic skills.
All right, so Priscilla's she's gonna peek through the doorway because it is open.
Yeah.
So she's gonna. Well, I guess I can. That's. I push left and I go 2 spaces this way.
You can see.
Maybe there.
You
Yeah.
can see like one Miss Nanny kind of floating and kind of like moving around a little bit. Kind of between these 2 giant ass pillars.
Alright.
At the far end of the hallway. There might be more in this like main kind of room. I couldn't find assets that were like the right aspect ratio and stuff for this. This looked to be like a common area. So there was like some tables and chairs. You can see like old kind of like dust covered like playing cards and stuff kind of like on one of the tables nearby.
It's
Like,
covered in dust.
yeah, it doesn't look like this area has been touched in a while.
Okay. All
Some
right.
like
She's
dusty,
gonna be like,
grody looking glasses and stuff like
Alright.
that.
So she's gonna be like, Randall, cover my back, but shh.
You can also see directly to your right when you can see kind of from your angle of the door. You can see there's like some like blockage, like not brick, but like stones and rocks and stuff, kind of blocking. Well, from your angle, you can only see like maybe the left-hand side of that hallway, but there's some pretty big boulders. You think probably this hallway is blocked off.
Okay. So I'm gonna hug this wall and just make my way in.
There's a
And,
computer terminal right there.
Oh. Okay, and be like, Randall, watch my back. I'm gonna access the terminal.
Randall literally watches her back.
No, I mean like make sure no one attacks me. There's a robot right over there.
Oh, okay. And Randall gets the idea and watches actually where the robot is.
Dog meat's gonna be nearby too.
Okay. So this computer terminal is not locked or anything. It looks like it is the main door, and antechamber kind of controls in here.
Okay. What are the options available?
Open, close door, and disinfect.
Disinfect sounds bad.
I know, I really wanted to just be like, boop, and watch as like flames go in the room and kill you. I just had that immediate thought, like, oh no. I'm just gonna say, well, the door's already open, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, I just leave it then.
Okay.
There's no other options. It's just open, close, disinfect.
Yep.
Or is there like okay?
I guess technically the word would be decontaminate.
Okay. So then
you can see through this window here next to you is also kind of like grody and disgusting looking, but you can kind of barely make out that there is like another computer terminal along the back wall here.
Okay.
All
right. Okay. Can I keep moving along the wall now, or should I? Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna keep making
at this
her
point.
way. And...
let's see. Make a sneak check for me.
Nope.
No. All right. You can make it over to the door.
Okay. I'm in a vault tech uniform. That's the good news. So, is the door locked?
The door is locked.
All right. Well, good thing I have a multi-tool.
Actually, as you kind of pass by from this window, you can see leaning up against this machinery here is a skeleton in a vault tech suit.
Nice. Boop. Wow.
Does it have cobwebs on it?
Damn. What do you want to do with those 3 extra action points?
Bank it.
All right.
Put it in the spank bank, Daddy.
You banked them. Click, click. You open up the lock on the door. You can make it into the security room here.
Yeah.
As you guys do that, Sam and what are you and Ayuda doing?
I think we're probably covering the door because that's what we were told to do.
Gotcha. And
There's
Randall,
not much for us to figure out right now.
Are you moving into the security room with Priscilla and Dogmeat, or you like post up somewhere and keep an eye on that Miss Nanny?
I'm gonna kind of guard the door of the security room. I'll have my front out to where I think the Miss Nanny was, and my back to where Priscilla is trying to get into the computer business. But I still do need to know: does this skeleton in a lab coat have cobwebs on it? Only because I find cobweb skeletons funny.
Uh, sure. Yes, there's some
Yay!
cobwebs on the vault suited skeleton.
It's the best thing when you've worked so long and so hard that you turn into a cobweb colored skeleton. I realize that's not how he became that, but that's now in my head.
I love it. All right, cool. So what's in here?
Well, there's the computer terminal. And you can also see down like the top of the L or whatever, the more skinny part. You can see there are another 2 skeletons, dead vault security officers down that way.
Okay.
You can actually see hold on, give me a second here. I was just typing a note into chat. All right. Yeah, you can see that the 2 skeletons. One there's one detail that really sticks out is there is a blackened sort of starburst-ish pattern of some kind of blackened grime or something on the wall behind one of on the wall behind them, on the short wall here, and a long streaking trail that ends behind the head of one of the security guards. And then to the to your left, their right of the other security guard, on this wall, there's another sort of starbursted, blackened, gross pattern. You can see from the from where you are, in the dimly lit area, there's a little hole in the forehead of the one with a kind of trail leading down to him, and you can see a big side of the head missing off of the guy whose the stain is on the right hand side. It looks like these 2 guys maybe murder suicide.
Oh, they killed each other.
Does not bode well. Does not bode well.
No. Let's access the computadora.
I mean, to be fair, I've wanted to kill coworkers before too, so
Same. Honestly,
Valid.
same.
Valid.
I will note adult-sized skeletons.
Good.
Given the vault that you're in, that's important. This computer is locked, so I need a science difficulty 1 check.
Science difficulty 1.
Yes.
Button. Who's got the button? I do. Bop. I'm gonna bank that. No. Extra AP. I want more from this computer.
Want more from this computer?
Yeah.
All right. So when you first crack into it, you can see a few controls. There is a door open close lock function for the door that you had to lockpick your way into this room. There is turret control, which isn't going to work now because the turret has been permanently decommissioned by the power cord being shot and broken. Otherwise, you could have taken control of that turret. and stuff like that.
There's only that turret.
Yeah, there's only that one
Okay.
turret.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there is also some security logs that should be like protected, but you can use your action point there to like get into the security logs. And there's also you think that you might be able to, instead of accessing security logs, if you wanted to use that action point, you might be also able to access the sort of, or like, environmental controls of the vault, like life support systems and stuff like that.
Let's check the security logs.
All right. How far back do you want to go?
What's the most recent entry?
Most recent entry is from for probably about 60 years after the vault closed. You can see in here there's actually an updated list of personnel and stuff. They've had a few people die of old age. A lot of the kids have grown up. They've had their own kids in here. But the last handful, like you maybe flip through the last few, the last one specifically is literally it's just a very short note that just says, we can't control them anymore. This is it. We've barricaded ourselves inside this room, and we're gonna go out on our own accord. Like, and it was like signed by like a guy, Dr. Marvin Fleschenstein.
What was the entry before that one?
The entry before that talks about the nanny robots seemingly creating some kind of fractured hive mind kind of thing, talking about how they've all like banded together to try and destroy human life in this vault as a means of protecting from any of like the dangerous ecosystems outside the vault.
That's all I needed to see.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. Any ammo on these guys' weapons, or did they like use their last bullet to shoot themselves?
Roll a survival check.
Don't mind if I do. 1.
You are lucky enough to find 13 10mm rounds to go with a 10mm pistol.
13 10 mils. Okay. All right. I have 18 of them now. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the room at that point.
Okay.
I would say, just tell Randall like, all right, nothing to see in here, and I'm gonna just make my way back. Hopefully,
Make your way
and
downtown.
yeah, walking fast, faces path, be homebound. DMCA.
Are you are you following the wall, or are you just like walking out?
Oh, I'm following the wall again.
Okay.
I'm just hugging that wall.
Randall, I want you as you're watching this this Miss Nanny bot down here, I want you to make a survival check as well.
Great. Sounds good. Can't. That sounds wonderful.
You can't. It's really dark in this half of the room down here. You can't quite make it out. It seems to just be. It seems like it's moving around like a malfunctioning Roomba. If that makes sense. Like,
Oh,
it's
like
not
it's not.
doing a good job of like doing a full sweep, but it'll like move like this way, then it'll move like this way, then it'll move like back, and then it'll move like up here, and then I'll move back like down here. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything specific. It's like just fucking. It just seems like it's wandering around aimlessly.
Not like it's scanning something in some kind of pattern.
No, it doesn't look like there's any discernible pattern or anything. Yeah, and you can also tell just from its like silhouette, this also looks to be like highly modified, like the other ones were, like piecemeal, like fucking fixed with like vacuum cleaner parts and like crazy other just like cobbled together bullshit, kind of like the ones you met on the outside were. But you can't tell anything like specific about like what it's doing or its functionality or anything unless you want to get closer.
I'd forgotten they don't really register or notice me and Priscilla that much, right?
The ones on the outside didn't.
I think he's probably he would like to get Priscilla probably, because she's still back in the room and has been finding out these terrible things about these robots.
Like as you kind of like notice these things, she's like finishing up in the security room and is like heading out back towards the rest of your group in the antechamber there. So if you wanted to like do something with Priscilla as she's leaving to go back towards Sam and Senor Ayuda, you can kind of, you know, get her attention as she's walking past you.
Okay. I'll just kind of whisper as low as Randall can. Nice lady. It's the bad robot in there. You think it's bad?
Oh, all the robots in here are bad. What happened was, apparently, all the robots kind of like joined together and like they all got like malfunctioned and they all have like this little hive mind, which means they all can like communicate with each other without talking. And they decided to kill all the people in here. And those bodies in that security room were the bodies of the security officers who boarded themselves in there and killed themselves because the robots were killing everybody. So these are bad robots.
Dork.
Dark indeed.
Hey, there's one in there. If it can tell on us, we shouldn't let it seen us.
Yeah, it just seems to be moving around like a stupid Roomba right now, so I don't know if it's gonna do anything right away. But I figured we'd keep Sam out of eye shot for now, 'cause he's the fleshy one, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna peep on it.
Alright, you be careful and just if it does anything funny, hit it really hard with your bat.
Okay. So Randall's gonna kind of try and be a little bit slick and come along the wall to just take a slightly closer look into the room and see what this thing's doing.
Yeah. It sounds like you're being stealthy. You can go ahead and roll a stealth check, and I'll move you, like down to this corner here. All right, you didn't roll too badly. I mean, you didn't make any successes, but it's not like you didn't get any complications either. So I'll say at this point, you can see enough of this Miss Nanny Pot as it kind of like comes over this way. It stops hovering over here, and it kind of it stops. You can see like some sparks emit from one of its like eye like modules. You think this thing might be blind, but it does stop for a minute, and then it says, "Who's there?"
Randall is not going to answer. He's just going to stay quiet and very still.
You stay quiet and still for a little tense moment, and then Miss Nanny starts wandering back away from where you are. It
Okay,
looks
so
really badly damaged. Like, probably even more badly damaged than the ones that were out. You think one solid hit on this thing, and you could take it out.
okay, it's that bad once I've taken a look. So
Yeah.
I think Randall is going to have listened to Priscilla, and that if it does anything weird, he's going to hit it. So he was quiet and still, but he's rethought it, and he was like, I remember the nice lady said if it was weird, God, hit it with my bat. So he'll probably wait till it comes back and try and just give it a good swing.
All right, yeah. Roll on a baseball bat attack there. Come on up to. Yeah, 2. That's gonna connect. You don't even need to roll damage there. You can bank one of those action points if you want.
I would like to do that. Yes, please.
Yeah, you just slam into this thing. It is very clearly blind. As like you take a few heavy steps towards it to like, get up on it before it can like notice that you're there. It does kind of like raise up its like little laser gun hand, and it says, "Who's the," and then smash. Just like take this thing down. And it crumples. Little parts fall off. You can see the little like buzzsaw part of it that's supposed to be like a buzzsaw has actually been like replaced with a like a cork coaster. The the little clamp is made out of like Lincoln logs. It's just like very, very poorly reconstructed here. For
Lincoln
sure.
logs. Okay, so once he's done that, I think he's gonna go back and tell Priscilla what's going on.
Cool.
If he can do that.
Yeah. Go back out here.
Yeah. Priscilla, I killed it. It's nothing more in the room no more.
Good job, Randall. That's why I knighted you. And I kind of pat him on the helmet.
He looks really happy with being patted.
This helmet suits you. I think you should keep it.
I'm gonna play running back.
You're my little running back.
All right. So, this sort of common area is at least clear for now. And you do have a sort of map on your Pip-Boy. So we can kind of go through here. You can see down here what this thing that looks what looks like a target range is indeed a target range. They have some kind of targeting range. But you see on like the floor plans that it also seems to double as like an activity kind of like exercise area. So they might have like exercise equipment somewhere that they could like move into this room if they wanted to like lift weights or like ride stationary bikes or something. This red area is marked storage closet. There are some 2 dormitories over here with attached bathrooms. You can see In here is like a little school. Up here is like a cafeteria, again with some attached bathrooms. This like pink one is like the kitchen. This blue area is the overseer's office. You're not exactly sure what's down this red hallway. It wasn't labeled. And then some like little other like random stuff. Maybe some like a med lab over here. Or sorry, no, the med lab is here. There's like little medical beds and stuff there. And then like a little kind of maybe like chemistry or science kind of research area.
Right.
Pretty
So
standard control vault layout.
yeah. So let's see. We can go through this room and then go around to the overseer's office if we want to just go to the overseer's office. But I also am very curious about going to the med bay because there could be some really nice shit still in there.
I wonder if there could also be a cheesesteak holotape in the kitchen.
That's, yeah, and the kitchen is on the way. We have to go. You know what? Yeah, I think we should
I
just
mean,
loop into the cafeteria, loop to the overseer's office, and then like we'll see what happens. Maybe that we're gonna run into enough trouble there and just not want to bother with anything else and get what we need and leave. But what were these guys looking for before? Dells?
the Dales wanted technology, just generic. They wanted
Okay.
they were like, for as much as they knew this vault had never been opened, it had never been raided. And just in general, vaults are known to have stuff.
Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
They are worried about a I know you know from like the lore, like on the East Coast, you know rumors and whatnot, like Capital Wasteland and from down up to Boston, from like DC to Boston, you know, like the Brotherhood isn't necessarily an aggressive like force, but they do kind of fancy themselves the de facto police of the wasteland. Like they go around and they will, in air quotes, protect you whether or not you want them to. And part of the way they protect you, again, in air quotes, is they confiscate like any kind of old world technology. They view the technology being in the hands of many people was a mistake. It led to the apocalypse. They think they're the only ones that can properly control this stuff, and so they like go around collecting laser weapons and power armor, and they occupy places of technology. So the Dales are like, good, look, they're really close by, and Dale, like the leader of the Dales, fancies himself like an autonomous unit. He's not very close to Liberty City itself. Like, obviously still within the ruins of like old Philadelphia, but Liberty City is very specifically the 25 blocks, 5x5 area around the Liberty Bell where the vault kind of has taken over, right?
right.
But the Dales kind of consider themselves like their own like little town within the ruins of Philly, and they just want the tech to be able to better fortify themselves, from what you remember Dale telling you.
Okay. So, well, yeah, there's not really there wasn't really anything in the computer room other than the bodies and like the computer terminal.
In the security room?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there was
Okay. Yeah.
you would think that because they have like this firing range so close to the security room, if there was like extra like vault tech, security armor, and like extra weapons and stuff, it'd probably be down there. Because they have like this firing range slash exercise area here. Otherwise, normally, yeah, there would be like some lockers and stuff in the security room for like that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, we could just that's right there too. We can just check that if we want.
I will just remind, yeah, like you said though, this hallway definitely impassable.
Blocked.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, we have to go a
ceiling
long way. We'd have
collapsed.
to go like down here and then
Yeah.
down this hallway
like-
and then through the cafeteria, the kitchen we're gonna hit anyways. This is like a big circle. This is perfect.
Yep.
Priscilla has no interest in like looking at the rooms or any of these other places. She thinks about the med bay for like Sam, but again is like, let's see what we're dealing with before we go too deep into this vault.
Sure.
So, yeah, my vote is we can go to the targeting range and look for some weaponry, see what if they have anything left.
I am all for this plan, but Sam is starting to get nervous being in this vault, so he is going to pop one of his mentats.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
And
All
you
right,
can,
give me a I would say if you guys want to go as a group, it's gonna be a 3 successes needed on a group stealth check. Everybody can roll stealth. Complications apply as normal, but as a group you would need to get 3 successes to get to the targeting range undetected.
I got 2.
I mean, Priscilla's got 2. Randall's got 0, but no complications. Sangreti's got 0, but no complications. I guess that leaves me rolling for Senor Ayuda here.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Sneak. Roll 2 dice. Oh.
Hey, 1 more AP.
Yeah, I can. I'll bank that AP for you guys. As you guys head into this area, you notice 2 Miss Nannies kind of come out of that hallway, but they seem to be patrolling out this way, and start heading down this teal hallway. You guys, however, make it down to this area over here. With your successful group stealth check, you managed to avoid detection. Obviously the security that door is locked to the supply closet.
I want to pick it.
All right, give me a lock picking check.
Yeah.
This is where the guns are kept, so this is going to be a 2.
I'd like to point out that no door is truly locked when you have a super mutant with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna use I'm gonna use
Good
1
call.
AP,
Okay.
and I got 3 successes.
Nice. I guess we'll just bank that 1 back.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
You all you needed was 2, and it's not like you can do anything cool with an extra on unlocking a door. You unlock a door. There are a few suits of Vault Tech security armor, which are fitted for adults.
Okay.
There's a couple of 10mm pistols that you guys can take. I'll say at this point, there's enough boxes of 10mm ammo that you won't really need to worry about it.
Okay.
If you use also, welcome to the Wasteland, Oxalic. Welcome in. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Yeah, there's enough boxes of ammo. If you're using pistols, it probably won't matter. But there are 2 10mm SMGs. Submachine guns.
Oh.
That seems pretty good.
Is that a small arm?
just let me double check here if
I would assume. I don't think it'd count as a big gun.
go to equipment. I'm not sure if there are. SMGs? I think there are. Hopefully there's 10mm SMGs. There's 10mm pistols. Substitute laser, big guns, melee weapons. I actually don't see any kind of SMG. It's just assault rifles. But I don't see the 10mm submachine gun.
Well, I'm gonna say that's a small gun in my book.
Yeah, I mean, other
it's
combat
SMG,
rifles and
small machine gun.
Yeah. No, submachine gun.
No, it's small machine gun.
Submachine gun.
Small machine gun. SMG.
Submachine gun.
Yeah, small.
Well, the submachine gun is under just normal small guns. So yes, this just happens to take 10mm rounds instead of 45 rounds.
What damage does it do? Just same as a pistol?
Let me see.
Pistol's 4 damage.
The submachine gun does 3 damage, but it's also a burst
That's
weapon.
the effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm not exactly sure what burst does.
I think it's just like 2 or 3 hits or something like that, or
I got it bookmarked. Give me just a second. I'll pull it up.
okay. And then I also would just I'm equipping one of these for the record. I just also would want to know the rate for the fire or whatever, and qualities.
Submachine gun.
First, the attack may hit one additional target within close range of the primary target for each effect rolled.
Nice.
Cool. Armor piercing, hardened, rapid, powerful.
Armor piercing.
Yeah, hardened.
Rapid.
Oh, it said each.
Powerful.
Sorry, a submachine gun can accept 1 each of the following mods. So the receiver, so you can choose for your receiver, armor piercing, hardened, rapid, or powerful.
I want armor piercing.
Okay, so it has armor piercing. You can choose if you want it to have a short barrel or a normal barrel. I don't know what that means. You can either have a full stock or recoil compensating stock.
I don't need it.
And then for the magazine, it can either be large quick eject or a large quick eject magazine. Although I don't think they would have those in the vault. And then for the muzzle, it can either have a compensator, muzzle brake, or a suppressor.
Yeah, okay. What about the rate of fire?
The rate of fire for the submachine gun
3
is
3.
Yeah, 3. Close
Thank you.
range. Qualities are inaccurate and two-handed.
Inaccurate and two-handed?
Yeah.
Oh, is armor piercing a quality too?
Armor piercing is a mod that this gun has.
Oh, okay. Okay, armor piercing mod. Okay, I got
So
you.
you cannot aim this particular weapon.
I don't need to aim.
That's fair.
Submachine gun to spray that general direction.
I also have VATS. I don't know how that would deal with it, but that
I
just
believe
means I get
armor
no
piercing
negatives.
ignores 1
Armor.
point of damage reduction.
Yeah.
I think that's how that
Per-
works.
Yeah, I think it's per face or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I equip at least one of those. I'm gonna let everybody else have at it. I just want that for some extra protection.
Yeah. So if you're gonna be like burning through on submachine gun ammo, there were 7 boxes of ammo. Each box has like, what's a standard? It's like 20 bullets per box. What is it? Sangreti, you probably fired guns more recently than I have.
Are you talking in real life?
Yeah.
Box would be about 30 rounds.
30
well,
rounds?
30 to 50, depending on what one you're getting.
All right, we'll say 30 rounds per box. There were 7 boxes, so.
So it's 210 bullets.
Yeah.
Wow. That's nice. Okay.
Now,
cool.
that is all of the 10 mil ammo in here. So,
Yep.
if you're splitting that with anybody that you're giving a gun.
I just marked it in my inventory for purposes.
Fair.
You said 2 things of Vault-Tec armor.
2 things of Vault-Tec. Well, there's multiple sets of Vault-Tec armor, but only 2 of you can wear them. And then there's a few pistols and a couple submachine guns. One at least for each of you that can use those things. So,
Okay. So
if Randall wanted to get a pistol or a submachine gun, Sam, Priscilla, same thing for you guys if you wanted that.
Okay.
Sam's actually doing pretty good with the Brotherhood scribe armor and his laser pistol, so he's
Fair.
happy.
What were these rooms in here? Were these the workout rooms?
No, the blue, like the light blue areas are those are like the targeting spaces, like if you wanted to like actually use this for a firing range.
Okay. Alright.
But no, the whole area is basically like you also in the supply closet you find 4 stationary bikes. You find like a bench press free weight set, and a Bowflex.
Wow.
Also, just because I thought of it, and it's funny to me, you find a VCR. Well, like you see like a holotape projector with a bunch of holotapes. They are all marked Thai Bo on there.
I take all of them.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
no one.
You're gonna learn some Thai Bo.
I take the Tybo holotapes abso-fucking-lutely. Tybo! My old teacher used to do that and kick desks and just scream Tybo.
Amazing. Amazing.
Alright, so more AP for the players, thanks, Sage.
Yep, I've gotten that. You guys are all full up on AP.
Alright, well, we got weapons and armor. I guess I'll peek my head into the targeting range and look down real quick. Is there anything in here?
Nope. Just
Alright,
like some yoga mats.
Alright, it's clear. Let's get the hell out of here and go to the kitchen.
Snacks.
Okay, so while you were doing that, we're just gonna move these guys into the void for now because you don't know where they are.
Right.
But you do know that there were 2. You spotted 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you want to head over to the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys we're gonna do another stealth roll here. Again, 3 successes needed to get there undetected.
All right. You
I'll
said
roll
stealth.
Ayuda here, or sneak check. Ayuda got 2. Randall coming in hot.
Oh no, I gotta refresh.
Sam getting a comp location.
I'm an old man. I'm not the sneakiest, all right? The walker gives it away.
That's all right. We forgive you.
Bop. Nope.
All right. I'm going to say because this is sneak here and Randall got 2 more than what we needed for this group check. Randall, if you so choose, you can use both of those action points because we're full up. You can't save them. Sam's kind of like walking like next to you, and you guys are about here, just entering this like little light blue hallway as a Miss Nanny comes out of this orange hallway behind you, and just as it's about to like alert other robots or something, you catch it out the back of your head, about out kind of behind you, and just smash this thing up with your baseball bat with those 2 extra action points.
Amazing. I
Since
will
you crit
absolutely
there.
do that.
Yeah, you smash up that extra. Now you're not sure. This one was by itself. The other, there was 2 together, so you're not sure. Was that one of those 2 that were together, or was that just another random one that was in here? Again, very much like that first one, cobbled together with like bits and pieces of random bullshit. Very weak, barely holding itself together in the first place.
We don't want to tell on no one.
As you guys, I'm going to leave you here for now. As you guys approach the dining area / kitchen portion of this vault, you hear activity. Like something rummaging through something, or like doors being opened and closed very quietly, though. Like you can just by hearing it detect some amount of care being taken in the actions that you hear. Like a little bit of a creak and then it stops, and then a little bit more of a creak and then it stops. Then you can hear maybe like the rustling of like a can or something like that.
Is there a perception check I can do?
I mean, you can roll 2d20 on your own and try roll under your perception score.
Okay, because
Otherwise, we can use like survival, I guess.
Well, Dogmeat has an ability that reduces the difficulty of all perception checks by 1. Because they have keen senses to a minimum of 0.
Okay. Where do you want... You can start to hear that stuff happening as soon as you kind of like start to make your way down this hallway. So like about here. Do you want to make it now, or do you want to save it?
I want to save it.
Okay, where do you want to be when you make that check?
Here? Like
there?
Not yet totally in view of the room, but like, yeah.
So with Dogmeat's lowered thing, this will be a 1. A difficulty 1. Survival / perception check.
Alright, perception. You said survival perception?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6 and 7. So this is gonna do survival endurance, but just like the number is gonna be 2 bigger because my perception's a 7, not a 5. So I don't. Yeah, that means that the target is going to be higher. Well, I got a complication and 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. With those 2 successes, you detect that there are life forms in the kitchen. But these 2 Miss Nannies start to open fire on like through the kitchen door into the kitchen with their laser pistol arms, saying, "Protect, must protect, environment harmful to human life, must protect children, must protect children."
I'm running in and attacking.
You're running an attack. All right.
I'm running in and attacking. I want to try and save whoever they're opening fire on.
All right. So I think I'll let Sangreti play Senor Ayuda here. It's Senor Ayuda is gonna be up first because he's got the highest initiative. As we're entering initiative here. What should Ayuda do?
Oh, I don't I don't think it's a great idea for him to just like go down the hallway and hope for the best. But we do need someone to go there.
I mean, you know, he did like run up and try to melt a turret. He could try and like go in there and melt the fucking Miss Nannies.
I think he's probably going to approach the Miss Nannies at a distance to find their target.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
His general purpose is a
So-
surgery robot. He's looking for people to do surgery on.
So yeah, as he comes into the room, he can see there's like a big window into the kitchen here, and there's a smaller window into the kitchen there. So he could try and like go up this way closer to the Miss Nannies to kind of look through the smaller window, or he could like try and move closer to the bathrooms and look through the bigger window into the kitchen. For right here, you can't really see much because the wall, the corner.
I'm guessing the bigger window would be the better idea.
All right, well, I'll just have him move like over here into the middle of these chairs then. Maybe behind like this table up here. Give a little bit of cover in case the Miss Nannies turn on him. Through this window here, you guys remember Hook? You know that movie, the Robin Williams Peter Pan movie? You know, the
It's a great movie.
little lost boys with their like dyed hair and their like weird sort of like cobbled together costumes. You can see in here, you can see a young boy and a young
Is it Bluefio?
girl. Yeah, Bluefio, exactly. A young boy and a young
Bluefio,
girl. They can't be much more than 11 or 12 years old. They are currently trying to like, you know, scramble back towards this far wall. Let me just move that and let me zoom in for people on the stream here. There is a like big vent here, like an air vent kind of like in the wall. They're trying to like throw some like pork and beans cans at the big robot, you know, scary robots, as they're trying to like climb back into this air vent. That is gonna be Ayuda's turn. And they're gonna go. They are gonna make some attacks here. So let me see. I don't.
Is it
have
obvious, I guess, to the children that Senor Ayuda is not one of the normal nannies? Like, if they got a glance at him, would they be like, "Oh, okay, that's different"?
Yeah. He's a much more well kept, handy robot. Whether or not they'll think he's hostile or not, that who knows. But they'll definitely know. Like, we haven't seen one that looks like that, for sure. I think I'm gonna roll just an unarmed. I don't have like a throne thing for each of these guys. All right, only one. Ooh, hell yeah. They've got the same stats, so I'm using the same character sheet, but they're slightly different. Obviously, one's a boy, one's a girl. One throws a can of pork and beans. It destroys this one, and the pork and beans splatter onto this other one and blind it. I'm gonna put the drippy eyeball on there because its eyes are covered in beans. And
The
then
old bean eyes.
and then they like move out towards the thing. They're trying to climb up into the air vent. Air vent's like close to the ceiling, so they're having a hard time as kids. Like there's like one's trying to like boost the other one up in to the vent. Randall, it is your turn.
So I think Randall probably he's standing back a little bit, but saw all the action going on and probably followed Priscilla into the room to try and like figure out what was going on with the whoever was being attacked.
Okay. Well, you've got a blinded robot that's still active and one that was broken. But I can't have pork and beans.
I think I'm probably going to take. I'm glad that the one is blinded by beans. I'm guessing that means it can't really give it accurate information to its
Right.
weird network. But I'm just those beans are not going to like necessarily be there forever. So I'm just going to try and like KO it.
All right, you're gonna run up and smashy.
So much smashy.
All right. Give her all you got, Randall. Attack? Yeah, 2's definitely gonna hit.
All right, let me roll me some damage.
Oh, hell yeah. You, like, smash this thing. And as this thing is, like, broken and, like, crashes to the ground, these two kids, like, look out the window and you see a look of horrified confusion on their face when they see you. They
Give him a thumbs up, Randall.
Randall does.
I hope Randall does it with like the biggest toothy grin where it's meant to be super friendly, but it's fucking terrifying.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, he's got his football helmet on and God knows, but he's going to give it his best.
When you give them a thumbs up signal, you can notice just a little bit of fear subsides from them. More confusion goes up in them. The boy who's like trying to like boost the girl into the vent first, kind of like sets her back down on the ground. He gives you a thumbs up, but then points wildly at Ayuda.
Oh,
Like,
Randall's
through the
gonna
window.
look back and kind of try and thumbs up to Ayuda or like pat Ayuda. I don't know if he's close enough for me to do that. Oh no, he's further back
He's
in the
kind of
room.
like in a different part of the room, yeah.
Yeah, he'll just give his thumbs up again and his toothy grin and look back and forth between Ayuda and the children. He could probably say he's not that dumb. He's like, nice robot. He gets out 2 words.
Yeah, I'd
They
say
when you
probably-
speak, they horrified and very quickly like put their finger to their lips, like in a be quiet kind of thing. They don't shush you. They don't make any noise, but it is definitely like the shh kind of like don't like be quiet kind of like don't fucking.
Okay, Randall's gonna listen and he'll shut his big trap.
Yeah, they make a bunch of hand gestures at you.
Priscilla probably is going to enter at this point because she'd be next in the turn order anyways.
They see your vault suit, but then they see that you're a walking corpse. Very, again, confused and afraid. But then they see a dog.
Yeah.
Sam, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move over towards the big window here, but at distance, so that I can be seen next to Senor Ayuda. So that they know,
try and get
there's a
your
normal
attention.
person.
And they try and get your attention, and they like do like this sort of like hand up at the neck, kind of like pointing at the thing, like don't like kind of like.
Yeah, they think he's a bad robot.
I'm gonna almost like patting a dog, double tap on the eye stack of Senor Ayuda.
I think Ayuda will be like, "Sir, I think the children are concerned with my physical form.
Priscilla's gonna pick up the dog and just like show it to the kids and then like give like a thumbs up and point to the door and be like, dog,
Mate.
like you want to pet it? Like
Let me see here. See, barter?
sure. I'm not good at
But
it.
it's not a
Speech.
Make an intelligence-based speech check.
Okay, so 10 plus 2. So this is going to be 5 more than what this says, because it only does off charisma.
Okay.
So 5 more. So I get 1 success.
You do get 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
They like nod and then like motion you over to them.
All right, I'm going to go to the door and be like, I'll be right back. I'm just going to talk to these kids. They seem like nice people.
They when you like say anything, they also like very frantically like try and get you to stop talking by putting their finger to their lips.
And I go, I'm going to just like carefully go into the door and close it behind me.
Okay.
With the dog.
Meat. Yeah, we'll put dog meat in there. So you close the door behind you.
Mm-hmm.
They start making a bunch of hand gestures at you.
Are they doing sign language? Or are they just doing hand gestures?
Do you know sign language?
Sangreti does.
Priscilla probably wouldn't. No.
Does
Priscilla
Sam
probably
know
wouldn't.
sign language?
Well, she does have a 10 intelligence.
Sam might. I think Priscilla's probably a better shot. She's been around longer, and traditional sign language would probably be on the menu.
Could make
Actually, that'd probably be taught in the vaults, right?
I mean, some vaults may teach some kind of sign language, sure.
So
this is a learning vault. It would be possible.
Both could make a speech check to see whether or not this is random or like actually like thought out like signs. They have been like doing things that like you recognize, like a thumbs up means like good, right?
Yeah.
Like don't talk, like putting finger to the lips, right?
Yeah.
Like kind of like motioning your hand near your neck, like don't do that, like, right?
So is that another intelligence speech?
Yeah, it would be intelligence speech to kind of decipher.
1 success.
1 success. Priscilla, you understand that this is definitely some form of a sign language.
Okay.
You're not sure if this is like a vault taught sign language or if this is something like the kids have done, but you do understand that based on like the putting things together as to like what has happened in the vault, these nannies seem to be really sensitive to sound, and they have just deathly afraid of making any kind of noise.
I asked them, how many robots are there?
Are you like saying that out
No,
loud?
I try to like hand sign it. Like she tries to hand sign it, like how many robots?
Wait a minute, this is like the mess hall, right?
Yeah,
mess hall kitchen. I'm in the
Is there
kitchen
like
right now.
A whiteboard out here to tell you the menu of the day?
No. No. There
Never mind.
Good try.
There's like
Darn.
a food there's like this isn't so much a kitchen as it is like a food storage place, because there are foodomats in this room that you can decide to go up to and fabricate like your own stuff. Yeah. But you see they like they point to Senor Ayuda. They hold 3 fingers up like on their forehead and kind of swirl around in a circle, kind of imitating like the floaty kind of jet thing. Pointing at him, kind of doing that, and then like point to themselves, point back to him, kind of like indicating like this is the sign for those things. And then they flash their hands twice. Like all 10 fingers twice.
20. Okay. And how many did we kill outside the vault?
4 or 5?
5. And then we've killed 3 so far. So
I think 4, right? Because there's 1, 2, and then there's 2 next to it. 1 with beans.
well, okay, so
Yeah, you've killed 4 in here. You killed 4 or 5 out there.
I think we killed 4 outside and 4 in here then. Okay. So then I'm going to correct them and do 12. And thumbs up and nod and point to the broken one.
They kind of like look at each other and go 12. And I look at you. And
I point at Randall. I point at the machine. I point at Randall again and I go
they kind of like nod and give you a thumbs up. Kind of understanding like you guys have been destroying these things. They point to each other, kind of like with their the boy like with his thumb kind of gestures like back and forth between them with his thumb, and he flashes 24, and then he the girl kind of like holds her hands kind of together and like rocks her arms back and forth almost like she's rocking a baby, and they signal 8.
24 children, 8 babies, I guess.
oh shit. Okay. She's a little confused by that. Remembering my life in the vault, are these windows bulletproof?
Make a... I guess there's no history check. I guess intelligence survival?
Intelligence survival. Okay. So survival, and that'll be 5 higher for
Okay.
a need. So,
Well.
well, that's great.
You at this point, what you know is you might as well just shoot a window and find out. Because what you know is that not all of the vaults were built to the same specifications, and just because your vault had bulletproof windows doesn't mean this one would.
Okay.
Like, you've heard stories from like across the wasteland about other vaults. You've heard about like weird fucked up experiments. Like, even your own vault was a weird fucked up experiment because it put like air quotes regular people in the vault with like 20% were like normal working people, like blue collar people. The other 80% were like members of the casts of like Jersey Shore and like the Real Housewives of like Newport Beach. Like,
yeah, it was a big brother like reality show experiment vault.
Yeah, with like a
Priscilla
bunch of like
remembers
reality
fondly.
TV people, and then like 20% was just like normal everyday folks that
Priscilla-
didn't really fucking jive with that whole vibe.
Yeah,
Just as,
Priscilla
like, what would
canonically killed Snooki, by the way. Like, canonically, like, after she left the vault, like, fucking strangled that bitch
it was
before
like
she left.
Snooki
Amen.
Snooki the Fifth. Like
Yeah.
multi-generations.
Yeah. But so she's gonna like motion for them to go into the vent and hide. And she just does the whole like points at all of us and then points at the busted robots and is like, again, like, we'll take care of this.
They kind of put both their hands together in like a prayer position, but put it next to their head and kind of lean their head over to the side and point in the direction of where you know the dormitories are. They then put a few more like cans of food in like a bag and climb into the vault, into the vents.
Okay, so they said they're going to sleep in the dorms, I guess, and then they left. All right, so I'm gonna motion for everyone to come in here because I figured it'd be more soundproof inside this room with the door shut and everything. And I'm also gonna look for food holotapes in here while I wait for everyone to gather.
Heck yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Randall will very readily come in.
Make a regular ass survival check for that.
Perfect. I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. I would like to use 1 AP for an extra dice.
Sure.
That's 3 successes.
Hell yes. You find a couple of food holotapes in here, actually. You find one for a cheesesteak.
Perfect. Can I scan the recipe in my Pip Boy?
Yeah, you can put the holotape in the Pip Boy.
Which type of cheesesteak recipe is this? For real,
first holotape you put in, this one is for a cheesesteak with peppers, onions, and Whiz Wit, Cheese Whiz on top. No one ever says that. Yeah, it just comes
not
with
the
Cheese Whiz.
Best, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She nods. She's like, all right, at least I got something right.
Yeah, just a straight up normal. I mean, you know, you can put whatever you want on it, but like a fairly standard cheesesteak. There are two. You found 2 other holotapes as well.
What are they? Just out of curiosity.
Put the next one in. You find this one is a breakfast cheesesteak.
Oh,
so
with
it's
an
got
egg? With an egg.
So it's got it says breakfast cheesesteak on the top, and it's got your cheesesteak meat, your green peppers, it's got onions, and it's got cheese whiz on it.
Oh no.
Yeah, breakfast cheesesteak.
It's D'Alessandro's breakfast cheesesteak recipe.
Well, it says breakfast cheesesteak on it, so clearly this is the one you put the holotape in for breakfast time. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Makes total sense to me. What's the third one? Dessert cheesesteak?
This one is a dessert cheesesteak.
God fucking damn it!
To be fair, it's Philly. I'd expect less.
Let me guess. It's meat, peppers, onions, and cheese whiz. Whiz.
Yes. However, this one actually does have a different ingredient on it. The bun is cake.
Jesus fucking Christ. Who would
That
do
sounds
that?
absolutely disgusting.
Who would do that? Priscilla breaks the third holotape. Just snaps it in half. Doesn't show anyone what was on it. Snaps it in half again so she has 4/4 of a holotape and proceeds to like put it like in a Udemy's like disposal grinder compartment that he secretly has had this whole time and just shreds it. It's just like, don't even ask.
Sam is going to turn to Priscilla and immediately ask one question. One word, that's all he's going to say. Porn?
Worse.
What kind of I'm just kind of curious as to what kind of porn you would keep in a kitchen.
A lot.
It's a weird world, my dude.
Right in front of my salad.
Don't question it. I'm sure there's some kind of kitchen
monkey's muffin tin. So
is there a George Harrison cake topper in here?
Roll another survival check.
Well, I got 3 successes with the last one. Did any of that transfer over to extra?
Yeah, you found 3 holotapes.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so then another survival.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use 1 more for an extra
Alright.
roll.
All right.
I'm hoping for
I
a
got
Paul
2
McCartney
successes.
one.
2 successes. There is an oboe and a balalaika George Harrison cake. They're not the little George Harrison that our good friend Randall still's trying to find, but they are George Harrison brand cake toppers, but it's an oboe and a balalaika. To add to, I think the other one was what I said. It was a zither. Is that the other one?
It's a
That
zither.
yeah.
so you have a
world
balalaika
music.
and an oboe to add to your zither, your new George Harrison cake topper collection.
I put them in my pocket so Randall doesn't see them and get excited and scream and cry because we need to be quiet. So I pocket that.
All right, make a stealth.
That's smart because
Make
Randall
a
would have made a
stealth
fuss.
check.
My stealth check is Randall, look at the dog. And I go, dog meat, roll over. And just really like distract him as I
Alright.
pocket it.
Does that work, Randall?
Oh, Randall loves the dog. He turns. He's wow, dog, good boy. It didn't work.
Damn it. All right.
Randall's distracted looking at the dog. You can pocket those cake toppers, but I think with the noise, you do hear some sounds of robots coming towards you.
All right, guys, don't worry. These might be bulletproof glass. Might. And I move in the corner so I can't get shot through the window. I say, keyword might, and I go to the corner. Dog meat's gonna stay low under the glass pane, like on the floor, obviously, because he's a
Sure.
fucking fat ass pug. And
Fair.
I'm trying to see what comes out and what comes looking for us.
Yeah. Let me like back out a little bit so you like see this whole room. One Miss Nanny comes out from this hallway over here.
Okay. Just one.
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
And it starts looking at the broken ones, and then it starts it like stays quiet for a little bit, and then the whole place goes on high alert. You would know, Priscilla, that the overseer's office would likely have some kind of control in order to stop this.
All right. I'm gonna be like, Randall, take him out. We can get to the overseer's office and cut the alarm. I might even be able to turn the robots off from there. Actually, maybe.
You might.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you could
Yeah,
find a way to do that.
so-
I need to run to a small bio break, but Randall will be taking them out.
Yeah. We're going a little longer because it's supposed to be the finale. We can take another bathroom break, and hopefully we won't have too much more when we come back. Because I also
Just 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
real quick.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
And we're back.
And we're back.
You didn't do it. You were late. You were late.
Nuh-uh.
You were late.
Nope.
You were late.
Nope. Go back and check the VOD.
Nope. You were late.
You too. Why I oughta.
All right, we are live. I did get a confirmation text from Zack. He is gone. He's not feeling well tonight, and so we wish him well. He also requested that Ayuda die in a blaze of glory. I don't know if that'll happen. We can try. But yeah. We'll see. I do believe right before we went to break, the plan was for Randall to bum rush the Miss Nanny here that was sending out an alert to the vault. The whole place, sirens are going, little like lights are flashing kind of at those like little yellow spinny ones that kind of at the top, part of like the where the wall meets the ceiling. They're kind of flashing, and it's making kind of like a light strobe effect in this darkened vault. Randall, do you want to acquiesce, or do you want to let Ayuda go first, since technically Ayuda is up first in the turn order?
Let's let Ayuda go first and see what he could do.
All right.
I would like to point something out about Senor Ayuda.
What's that?
He does have a mini nuke in his storage compartment.
Oh my god, he does.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh my.
You know what?
If he wants a blaze of glory, I know
was
how we
gonna
can make
say,
it happen.
For Blaze of Glory, let's say some more Miss Nannies pop out from this hallway and this hallway down here. Ayuda will take their minor action to come out into the orange zone, and he'll zip past and kind of take an equidistant kind of position here for these Miss Nannies that are coming in hot. He looking at each of these two groups with two of his eyes, and he looks back at you, Sam Silver, with his third eye, and says, "It's been a pleasure working with you, sir." And then you see him activate the mini nuke, explodifying himself.
Duck. Duck.
Randall ducks as well as he can.
This whole area of the compound collapses.
All right, so there's only one way out now, maybe.
If I
don't know.
Priscilla, there, if I remember correctly, there is usually an exit in the overseer's office there, right?
Yeah, probably. I could probably hack into it and figure it out. But Randall, take out this last robot that's in our way. It's super sad that our robot had to die, but good thing we got 4 more of them back at home waiting for us.
Sam is gonna pull out from his pocket. It's like an ID card. He says, "This happens all the time." It is the condensed programming that is Senor Ayuda.
This is the fourth
so
time
he can
this
come
month.
back. Oh, thank goodness. Well, Randall will definitely try to take out that final robot.
All right. Well, you are up as the little wastelander children are not currently here, so they do not go.
Okay, so I will I'm gonna bum rush it and try to whack it, if you will. Whack.
Oh, Randall.
I feel like Randall's entire personality is the same as Eustace Baggs from Guard the Cowardly Dog. That's it. I'm getting me mallet.
I don't know who that is, but that's it. I'm getting me mallet. Sounds about right.
You rush up to the Miss Nanny as this explosion goes off, temporarily blinding you with a big flash of light, causing you to miss your swing there.
Oh, dang.
All right, so then Priscilla's gonna get him, dog meat, and send the little dog at him. Let's go. All right, we're gonna roll. What are we at? I'm gonna use 1 AP point for an extra dice.
Okay.
That is 1 hit. Does that work?
Yep, 1 is all you need.
Okay, 2 damage.
2 damage is just enough. They have 1 damage resistance, but they only
Nice.
have 1 HP from being these. As you have noticed throughout this vault here, you think they sent their most durable out to like collect more scrap and more parts to like keep repairing themselves. You're not exactly sure why they're in such a state of disrepair. Perhaps it's because there was a resistance, as you kind of learned, like they were fighting the security officers and stuff like way back when. But you also know there should have been like repair like stuff in the vault, so you're not exactly sure. Then again, one of the kids did totally mess one of these things up with a can of beans, so
Yeah.
you know, maybe the kids have been fighting back over this.
Just saying, a can of beans can mess
150
pretty much
years.
anybody up. All right,
Yeah.
let's be
true.
real here.
For my family.
Um,
Priscilla's gonna then move out into the hallway
Yeah.
here.
all
'cause
right.
she moved 1 zone. Yeah.
Well, you can actually move 2 zones, but that would take up your major action as well. However,
Her major action was to order dog meat to attack. So.
Oh, right. Well, I think we've dropped combat because there are no more monsters or robots on the map right now.
Okay.
Come back here and zoom out a little bit. So yeah, if you want to try and get into the overseer's office, we're gonna need another lock picking check. It is the overseer's office, so we're gonna need 2 successes.
I'm gonna use 1 AP.
All right.
I got 4 successes. So bank those
Penis.
other 2.
Alrighty. You make it in to the overseer's office here. Dog meat, obviously, yeah, follows you in. You see a dust-covered overseer's chair and desk. Behind the overseer's desk, along the wall there, is like a big old computer and some security monitors. You can see one of them, or 2 of them rather, are just complete static. One is marked entrance hallway, the other one is marked cafeteria. The 2 that are static. You can see from the security cameras, there is 2 dormitories down here. The green dormitory on the map, I don't have the characters on the map because I didn't want to give anything away. But that room is full of kids and babies. And trigger warning for something that creeps and grosses even me out. I'll let people, if you don't want to hear something potentially disturbing about children, you know, mute the stream or go away. Come back in about 30 seconds. All right, I think that's enough time. Some of these 12 to 13-year-old girls are pregnant.
That makes more sense now.
You can also see just kind of littered around like the other dormitories and some of the other rooms. There are varying ages from like maybe 15-ish and up, just dead bodies in various states of decay, littered around various other places in the vault.
Are they adult dead bodies or kid dead bodies?
Various.
You think like from the sizes of them, some of them could have been as young as like 14 or 15. Yeah.
Well, this is just wonderful. A bunch of pregnant kids. All right, let's see.
I blame Snooky.
I'm gonna ruffle through the desk here and see if I can find like a passcode or something like that first to make my life
Sure.
easier.
So give me a survival check.
Okay.
If anybody else is doing anything, just let me know. We're
Yeah,
kind of
sorry.
outside of combat.
One
here.
success.
One success. Yeah, it seems like this.
Unless you want me to do intelligence survival, then it's 2 success.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. One success is fine. Very much like the sort of like you'd think like dumb high school principal or like sort of just not very security conscious matron of a preschool kind of vibe. Very much like has like a little like piece of paper just in a drawer, like not hidden at all. Very clearly says computer password is like
Guessed.
it's playtime.
Guessed 1. Got it.
It's just the word playtime.
Okay. I go to the computer and I type in go to the computer now. I'm just gonna guys, I think I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. Stop me if you want. I don't wait, and I just go and see what the computer has in store for me.
Right, yeah. So you use the computer. Playtime unlocks the terminal. You see a little like it's one of those green monitors, you know, types out letter by letter. It says, "Welcome, Overseer." It's been and then it says like 155 years, 10 months, 14 days, 7 hours, 12 minutes, and 37 seconds since your last login.
Jesus.
A reasonable amount of
Alright.
time.
I'm gonna try and turn off the alarm system first, because that's droning in my head right
easily
now.
done. You can turn on the security systems. There's also you can turn off any of the remaining Miss Nanny robots from here as well.
Oh yeah, I do that. I try to at least to like
well,
kill
there's
switch.
actually you can actually try if you want. There is an option for a reboot.
Do it.
Let's
reboot them.
And try turning them off and on again.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, give me a science check.
Okay. All right. I can do that. Science check. I'm gonna use 1 AP.
All right.
2 successes.
2 successes is what you need. You turn the Miss Nannies on or off and on again, and you can see they stop for a moment, but there was like a whole bunch of like error codes like in the ability to like control them and like do things. Those error codes seem to have been cleared up.
I think I fixed the robots. Is there a list of how many are active now?
Oh shit, Gangers raiding
shit.
with a party of 5.
Nice. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you, Gangers, for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. This is our season finale of the RPG show. We are playing Fallout, the RPG. This is an officially like made game by a company called Modifius for the actual like Bethesda game Fallout. They are just finishing up their foray into a vault where there was some pretty messed up occurrences involving a preschool and a bunch of kids and some killer robots. But our vault dweller character has just unlocked the Overseer's computer and rebooted the nanny robots So they are no longer murderous nanny robots. They are now helpful nanny robots. So yeah, welcome in everybody. I will tell you, you can also see on the security cameras down here, there is a bunch of blockage down here. Some of it is rubble. Some of it seems to have been like barricaded with like bunk beds and like chests of drawers and stuff. That has been like separating these kids. You think just from like piecing everything together, if you guys haven't already figured it out yourselves, your characters can probably figure out that the reason why it looks like the dead bodies are no younger than about 15 is that's roughly about the size of person that can no longer climb through the air conditioning vents. The younger kids can climb through the ventilation system and collect food and resources and stuff. But once you can't really fit through them anymore, you think they probably like exile them out from the bedrooms here. And you just sort of gotta face them alone.
Wow.
Like face the killer
gotta
nanny
face the
bots.
killer robots on your own once you get too big to really fit through those vents anymore.
That ain't right. It's messed up.
Well,
That's
not
Fallout
like they
for
knew
you.
any better. It's not like they knew any better. Well,
You're
anyways,
right.
robots have reset. They'll start taking care of the kids again, hopefully. But I think maybe the best option might be to offer these kids to go to Liberty City.
The kids shouldn't live underground. It ain't right.
Right, and Liberty City has plenty of people that can take them in and help them out, and it's not like these kids don't know how to scavenge.
These kids are different.
Is there
Hey there. What
mm.
about the Dales there? You think they would be accepting of some more members?
I don't think I'd want to bring kids to them. They're almost like raiders, except they don't cannibalize people. You know what I'm saying? But I think yeah, I mean, we got a couple of the medic robots, and we got these robots here that we could fix up. I'm sure I could tweak them and repair them and stuff, and get them good as new after a little bit of time. Just need the parts, but I mean, why don't we take them with us?
Yeah, that's right. Them kids will get cheesesteaks on Liberty City.
Is there a back door access that I can use, like escape tunnel access?
There is indeed. There is.
I'm gonna activate it.
This big like fucking 10-foot long, 7-foot high poster. It's like Vault Tech, welcome to your home away from home kind of thing. Slides kind of to the west. It slides down this away and reveals a door. And then there's another door here, and there's another computer terminal over there that you think is probably an emergency exit. There's also an intercom system here as well.
I'm gonna use it.
You can also control the Miss Nannies to like do stuff as well.
Well, I'm gonna control the Miss Nannies to gather in the overseer's office. And
you see that only none of them can make it here.
Oh, it's all blocked off the way. Okay, so
yeah.
then no, never mind. I keep them on standby. I would have noticed that with the cameras and the map.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna intercom. I'm gonna go over the intercom.
There might be a little bit of a blockage getting.
Yeah.
As we may have nuked
Here.
the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, that door had it coming.
I'm gonna do the intercom. I'm gonna be like, if you're hearing this message, I've hacked the robots. They're no longer malfunctioning, and the vault is safe. I'm in the overseer's office. Come through the air duct that I see over here, and we can talk to your leader, whoever, about helping you guys out. We're here to help.
Cheesesteaks.
Make
Yeah.
a persuasion or speech check here.
Okay. I'm gonna use 4 dice.
You can use 4. All right. So using all the rest of that action pool.
1 success.
That is exactly what you needed as well. I was gonna be higher, but you made friends with the kids, and you've like deactivated like the robot systems and stuff. It takes a few minutes, but eventually you do start to hear the sounds of crawling through an air duct, and the little air duct kind of pops off, and you see that same little girl from before pop her way out here, and with a sort of raspy voice, as if she hasn't talked in a very long time. She's like, "It's safe."
Yeah. I fixed the robots, and I point to the console that says, like, all systems go for the active robots. They just needed to get rebooted.
And she's like, "Boot?"
I turned it off and turned it on again. It's fine.
She kind of like nods, and then what now?
Listen, there's a civilization literally down the road. Tons of people. It was an old vault, but they've like made a little civilization. I think you kids can be safe there. You guys know how to pull your own weight. You could help around with some of the people there. They'll take you in. I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll have a chance at whatever a normal life could be in this place. But you're not going to make it much longer in a vault like this. Someone else is going to come looking for stuff in this place anytime. We were sent here to look for old technology, and then we ran into you kids. And not for nothing. I know I look scary now, but I used to be like one of you kids. Look at my jumpsuit. I still wear it, and like I felt bad. I wanted to do something.
She like looks at you, and then she like looks at Randall and Sam. She looks back at you, and then she like looks down at her own vault suit. She says, "We don't have old people here. Are you?" She like, you kind of get the idea, like she's trying to ask, like, "Are you my future?"
No.
Sam's gonna
absolutely
step in on
not.
that one.
Absolutely not. I got unlucky.
Like, oh, okay. She's like, can you do the talk thing again, so I can tell people to come here?
I show her how to use that.
So she'll use the intercom system, lets all the other kids know that things are safe, and they're gonna leave the vault if they want to. I'll make a roll off screen here. All right, yeah. Luckily enough, they all trust her, and all of the kids do decide to come. Some of them obviously like what's like the safest? I guess I'm assuming dragging babies behind them in like swaddled in like bed sheets. But like,
Yeah.
how do you like crawl through an air duct safely with a baby, right?
Papoose it.
Yeah.
Papoose it, or you could, if you had a little sheet sledge, you could drag it.
Yeah, like a little sled, right?
If it was swaddled.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they go, yeah. There's like 4 or 5 pregnant, like 13-year-olds. They have 8 babies of varying ages. And then like 24 or so like kids of like for their society 5, 6 and up is like you can do things now. So yeah, you guys can fucking like leave the vault. I don't think all those kids are gonna fit on the bed though.
No, I don't think so. Can we can either like kind of just drive slow, like walking speed with them,
Yeah.
or we can like grab a sled made of wood and like
Oh, okay.
whatever, pop something. But like
Yeah.
the pregnant people and the babies can go on the bed.
Yeah.
Sounds good. We'll just head back to the main map here.
Children. I should have said children. They're all children.
Fair. Yeah, you guys can like make some kind of like ramshackle rickshaw style thing. Maybe to like a trailer for your bed.
Yeah, it's a bed trailer. I don't know if there's like old wood around or any type of furniture or like dolly, anything that we find we can like maybe
here's perfect. There's like a bunch of cribs in the play and learn kids corner, like in some of those rooms that you didn't check out, and like the upper floor, like by the kitchen and all that area. There was like the sort of timeout room across from the kitchen, but then there was like a hall with those other doors that you guys never checked out, and those were just like fucking cribs and shit. You just like lash a bunch of cribs together and then tie them to the back of your bed. They swing wildly back and forth as you're driving around and stuff. But yeah, cart a bunch of kids. Yeah, you cart a bunch of kids. You just it's literally a fucking straight shot down this highway to get back to Liberty City here. Do you even, I guess before I like officially move your car down that way, do you go back to the Dales or do you just fuck off and go back to Liberty City?
Priscilla will go back to the Dales and like she'll have like a cart or something that she brings with her, and she travels very carefully, and she'll go off on her own and she'll send the guys back to Liberty City. But she's like, I'll go deal with it. They might not be happy, and I don't know if I'll be coming back, but at least the kids are safe. And so she's gonna go back with like some of the arms and all the ammo that she found.
Okay.
And she's just gonna tell them straight up, like, yo, we showed up. There were all these busted ass robots that literally a can of beans could break. Like, none of these things are really salvageable. And even if they were, half of the place is collapsed in because a nuke went off in the place. And we found just a bunch of pregnant kids.
I really hope you omitted the detail that we set off said nuke.
No, I just said a nuke went off in the place. Like, it was just rubble everywhere. Also, she'll like I give the holotapes to Randall to give to Moobs McGee. No, I give those to Sam to give to Moobs McGee. I give Randall the cake toppers, and I'm just like, just so you never forget about me. And I give him the two extra, the oboe and the whatever other, the viola cake toppers. And
action point from Age in the chat there.
Yes. But yeah, she's basically just gonna go back and report to the Dales and be like, couldn't get anything. Like, she'll say there was a dessert cheesesteak recipe where instead of the bun you used cake, and like that's a dessert cheesesteak. I broke it because no one should ever learn that, but you guys like the breakfast one. So
Dale, his face just lights up like a kid on Christmas. He's like, he says, you talking about, you're saying I could, this whole time I could have been having cheesesteaks for dessert?
Yes, sir.
He's like, Bobby, get on in here. Bobby. He's like, listen here, Bobby. I need you we're gonna make a new holotape. You see, we're gonna need you to replace the bun with cake. She just told me about the greatest thing ever, dessert cheesesteak.
That's so wrong. Crime against nature.
So,
It's like, the most virulent virus is an idea.
yeah. So Priscilla will like let him calm down a bit and be like, so I'll still work for you for a month and do some free repairs and all that just to settle like everything and smooth it all over. But I gotta get back to Liberty City. I just saved all these damn kids and honestly I'm terrified for them. It's a dog eat dog world out there and I got my dog right here.
He says, all right, yeah. You help them fix up the door, make sure that, the switch works and the gate can slide, close and lock properly and everything. You don't need to stay here for a month. Just make sure that that's all fixed up. And you said there was kids involved, so I understand.
I appreciate it. And just so you know, I always thought you guys had the best cheesesteak, even before the bomb dropped.
He has
Just so you know that knowledge.
He seems heartened to hear that, but you can also see on his face, this is a normal human. He's not lived, like he's not a ghoul. He just says, well, thank you. Of course the Dales have the best cheesesteaks. But he doesn't really understand, like, what we would consider the sort of Geno's, Pat's kind of the whole thing, right? But yeah, he thanks you for the compliment. We'll cut back to the rest of the group. You guys rolling in to Liberty City. You can see it's sunset, and you're rolling in. The guards at the gates recognize Sam and Randall. They're kind of confused as to why you have 2-3 dozen kids with you. Also very concerned at the state of some of them being pregnant. But they let you on in. Do you head on over to Maximus Moobs' cheesesteak hut?
Sam is gonna wait on that. He's gonna make sure the kids get proper medical care first.
Sure,
it's more important to him.
Sure.
And in a cruel twist of irony, I'll explain when Priscilla gets back to us.
Okay.
I'm here.
So when we finally meet up with Priscilla and we turn in this tape, I'd like it to be known that Sam goes to enjoy the cheesesteak only to find out through constant exposure to radiation from his exploding friend Ayuda, he has lost his sense of taste.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A true tragedy.
It is the first time you hear him actually curse. Every time before it's been poop or something like that.
I mean, you still have a tongue, right? Like, you can still feel texture. At least it's not cheesesteak water.
Yes,
I hesitate to call it a true soup, because cheesesteak soup would probably be good if made intentionally as a soup. But to boil all of the ingredients that would normally make a cheesesteak, including the bread, that does not constitute a soup in my mind, and the texture of that would probably be terrifying.
So bad.
So bad. I'll say it was like personal experience with something like that. My mom is one of those people that used to put white bread in her chicken noodle soup, and I hate it so much. It's so gross to put bread in soup.
Yeah, people used to do it as thickening, even as far back as medieval times.
That's
And,
like
yeah.
breadcrumbs, though. Like that.
No, you're
She's
right,
like
you're right.
putting pieces of bread in her soup and eating just soggy soup bread.
Ugh.
Like, not even like dipping bread in butter, just like putting it in the bowl.
Mhm.
Gross.
I can't
It's
condone it. I
gross.
can't condone it. I'm
It's
sorry.
So
like-
gross.
That's like some Great Depression era stuff.
But yeah, San, you check the kids over. Surprisingly well nutrition, because the vault had, hundreds of years of foodstuffs available. They weren't just eating cheesesteaks. There were like pork and beans, and there was like some cereal, and they had like some freeze dried like vegetable stuff. So they were actually eating fairly good. You almost think that they probably gonna have more issues with malnutrition now. But at least they're not gonna be like having to necessarily fight for their lives every single day either.
The market improvement.
Yeah. It's you win some, you lose some kind of thing, right?
Wait, where did they get their vegetables? Sorry,
There
this-
was
I
like
realize this is a small point.
there was like a whole stocked kitchen supply room that you guys were in.
Oh, okay.
Because they were throwing pork and beans at the thing. They weren't throwing cheesesteak.
Right, they had
stuff.
cans. You right.
Yeah,
you're
they
right.
had like canned food, and they had like freeze dried stuff, and just like it was like a fully outfitted vault, but it just had like some cheesesteak holotapes because it's in Philly. Like, why wouldn't you? But like, yeah, they were actually eating fairly well for like 210 years of like packaged foods from pre-war times or whatever. They probably wouldn't have been eating the stuff because they couldn't get there anymore. But there actually would have been if like you had chosen to like if we had more time. I'll just say this: if you had used the Miss Nannies to like clear the rubble out from that hallway that led behind the overseer's vault, there was another elevator, and there was like more floors, and there was like hydroponics, and like you could have like, if things had gone differently, you could have maybe set that place up to be like another Liberty City with like fully functioning like pre-war like vegetable and
I mean, to be fair, Priscilla's making a note to go back there and get those Mr. Handies, so she's gonna like want to clear it out and like clean it up and all that. So
cool.
She could probably take some of the kids with her at some point and have them like show her around and
Dread
some of the older
French
kids.
onion soup with steak in it. That
Ooh,
sounds
that does
good.
sound good.
Sounds good.
Mm.
I've always
I'd
said
take
the
just
thing
a
that I
French
don't
dip.
like about French onion soup is that it's too thin and there's not enough stuff in it. But putting steak in it, that might convince me. But yeah, you guys go over to Moobsy's place, Maximus Moobs's cheesesteak hut. You have two whole cheesesteak holotapes. Which one do you give them both? Which one do you give to him? You only wanted one.
And they're the breakfast and the regular
There's
one,
a
right?
breakfast and a regular.
Yeah. He wanted the
I mean,
regular
random-
one.
We should give him the regular one, I feel like. Because then won't he like make those cheesesteaks for us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think I'm able to like overwrite holotapes with my Pip-Boy, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, hold on to the breakfast one.
You also noted the breakfast holotape one. It's specifically a breakfast holotape because it only works between the hours of 6 and 10 a.m.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah,
It
hold
only
on to
works
that one.
at breakfast time.
Because what's going to happen is Priscilla will eventually reunite, I'm sure, soon. But she'll take the breakfast holotape and she'll rewrite it so that there is like a an over easy egg put on top, like one or two,
Oh.
depending if you do a 6-inch or 12-inch.
Nice. Nice.
She's like, or you could or you could like you could poach it if you're really fancy, but she says that over easy eggs.
Well, you have
2
to
of 'em.
choose because.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe you could program it so people could choose on the foodomat themselves what they wanted, a poached or a fried egg, or scrambled even. I guess you could probably program some options in there. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moobs is like, oh, thanks guys so much. Fucking, it may surprise you to learns this, but you guys, you probably would never guess. I don't actually know how to cook.
Roll credits.
He's like, well, I wanted to. I did find some stuff for yous. You guys been like real nice to go out there and come back. It's funny thing. It's taken us 7 sessions to get here. It's been like 3 days. It's been like 3 days in game. He's like, you had to go far out there, up to Dale's and all that. I'm sure he had you running errands or whatever's, but like, I've been saving some of the caps people have been bringing in. I even, some people with like trading and stuff. Randall, you had mentioned that you were looking for a certain something, and I think you might have been looking for this. And he hands you guys a bag of 200 caps.
Bon Jovi cake topper.
He hands you a bag of 200 caps and an actual, honest to God, Sergeant Pepper's George Harrison cake topper.
Randall is beside himself with joy. He has an out-of-body experience. He cries. He laughs. He takes the cake chopper and spins around with it like it's his darling sweetheart in the whole world, and like he just can't. He's ecstatic.
Amazing. And that is where we are going to end the Fallout RPG. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Thank you all players for playing in the game. Again, we wish Zack the best. Not feeling well. Go check him out. Mr. Zack Ramsey here on Twitch. We're going to shout him out. The cast. He does D&D on his channel as well. He also does various other variety style streams throughout the week. He does just chatting streams. Really cool guy. Go check him out. I figured I'd shout him out since he was not able to finish the show with us tonight due to not feeling well. We will toss it over to Lace. Let him know where you can be found when you're not here.
When I am not here, I am streaming on Twitch with my partner, Dratsum, on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, just around between 8 and 9 p.m. And we do vintage horror games, crazy cosplay, characters, nonsense, and all kinds of polls that I force people to take constantly. So come and see us. Have fun.
Hey, Molly, thank you for the 200 biddies. We're going to go over to Dion. Let them know where you can be found when you're not here.
Well, when I'm not playing TTRPGs with all my super cool, awesome friends like you guys, yeah, even you, yeah, you right there. You can find me on my channel at Substances Used, where I play retro JRPG games. I am in the 4th and final area of the game Secret of Evermore. It's a Super Nintendo classic. And I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow. It depends if my body decides to wake up at a decent hour. I said I was going to stream Friday, and then I didn't wake up until 3:30 in the evening. So, who knows? It's a mystery. But I plan to beat this game before next week is over. At least.
Hell yeah.
At least.
Alan says you can catch him at 4 p.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. too.
Probably. And Sangreti, let him know where you can be found when you're not here.
Well, when I'm not here with these wonderful people, you can find me on my channel. I actually only stream one day a week. It's on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. We show a movie and we do a themed cocktail. This upcoming Monday, our movie is going to be Yes Man, and depending on what part of the country you live in, our drink is called a
Cool.
Suck Up or Kiss Ass.
Oh, interesting. For me, we are 1 week, just 1 week
Said
away.
you looked at me.
We are 1 week from the end of the current Kickstarter. So for those of you who have been here and have been waiting, you got like until Friday to do that. So head over to the Kickstarter right now. For those of you who have come in from either of the two raids who don't know what I'm talking about, I drew an 84-page comic book, graphic novel, black and white. It is based on the movie DOA from 1949. It's a public domain film. It is fully finished, so as soon as we get funded and the money comes in, I'm gonna get this stuff sent off to the printers, and all that. We are like barely funded, like just barely over the funding limit. So if you guys are interested in that, it would mean a lot to me if you would go over to the Kickstarter and even support us at like, you know, just a couple of dollars if you want, because like we're just still sitting on the bubble, and if like one or two people were to cancel their orders, we would not fund. So I'm still sitting high on anxiety with this thing, because like I said, one or two people canceling their orders could like mean the difference between us actually funding or not. But yeah, that's sort of what I do when I'm not doing TTRPGs, is I work on comic books and stuff like that. This one happens to be fantasy noir about an orc solving her own murder. But I've also done fantasy westerns. I'm been working on the issue 2 of a fantasy western short story anthology. And then later this year, I'll be working on a full 10-issue just normal fantasy adventure, more like regular D&D style stuff. But yeah, we are gonna try and find somebody to raid.
I see. Let's see. For D&D, there's Hero Zone. Vorpal Tales is doing Pathfinder Part 1 campaign, it looks like. Fulsham Art, nah, you don't want to go raid him. Homebrew
No.
RP is doing some, they're doing the World of Cairn, Island of the Lost, D&D.
A World of Karen?
Cairn, C-A-I-R-N.
Karen. Okay.
That's it on my list for suggestions.
Must be a lot of manager calls in the world of Karen.
Let's see here. Who in chat likes Muppets? They're not doing D&D, but
I like Muppets. You
I
know who
I like
doesn't
Muppets.
like Muppets? Mr. Abstracto.
That's true.
He must like Fraggle Rock more.
He just hates puppets. Oh dang! Larry IRL just raided somebody. No. All right.
No.
Who's just name one of those people that you said earlier.
Homebrew RP.
All one word.
Yeah, Homebrew RP.
Homebrew.
Yeah, I
Alright,
play
there we
with
go.
I play with Chance every other Monday on Featherfall. In a campaign with him. He's the guy who's in Homebrew RP. He's fucking hilarious. He played an artificer who had a shake
Are they
weight,
live?
a thigh master, and all that. Are they live? It says live.
They may have just gone offline, because unless I spelled it wrong.
No, that's the right one. Let me go. Let me check. Let me check. Oh, yeah, they must have just went offline.
God damn
Whoa.
it! You
All right,
know
all right,
what?
all right. We got Vorpal Tales. VORPALTALES. That's the next one up. If that fails, we're gonna go raid Dr. fucking Foxmeat.
I was gonna say if this one fails, just like give up and go cry.
Fair.
All right, thank you all so much for hanging out with us these past weeks. Our new season starts early in April. I'm not sure if it'll be the 2nd or the 9th of April. We're gonna be playing a game called Troika. I will be streaming during the week between now and then. Unfortunately, I have some obligations during March on Saturday nights with another group that I am playing games with, which normally is on Friday, but our DM works all Fridays in March, so they requested to just happen to line up with our off season. So we will be back in April with a game called Troika. It is a crazy game with random character creation, and it's all gonna be sorts of madness. It's gonna be space themed, with the crew being jumbled in a body refabricator. So every time they die, they keep their memories, but they get a new body and a new set of skills. It's gonna be
I
wild.
think that sounds cool.
It's gonna be wild. So yeah, stick around for that. And thank you all so very much. Have a week. 3,
Bye.
2, 1.